everyone, and Happy New Year. Welcome to the stream.
はい、皆さん、明けましておめでとうございます。
明けましておめでとうございます. It's already January 11th, but it's our first stream of the year. So, lesson 15 of the kanji series. Glad you guys could be here. Thank you very much.
ありがとうございます。今年初のライブストリームですね。
ね、初めて。
はい、みんな来てくれてありがとう。
はい、ありがとうございます。It's very, very cold here.
そう、雪が降りました。
I just realized we have that open over there. I gotta go close that.
あ、すいません。そう、外は冷凍庫のように寒くて、もう冷凍庫の電気切ろうかなみたいな感じです。
Yeah, it's like a refrigerator, she said outside.
もう雪でね、賄おうかな。電気代高いしね。
Yep. If you can hear the heater in the background, sorry, we got to keep this place warm, so it's going to take a little bit to warm up. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what the picture is today. I haven't even looked at it yet. Okay.
ちょっとフレームが合わないが、はい、こんなところでいいでしょうか。
いいでしょう。
はい。
もうちょっとズームアウトしますか。
見て見て、これなんだかわかる
？Hi, what do you guys think this one is? What's going on? Is that Yuki's? Yuki's son?
そう。Son of Yuki です。
Oh yeah, so this is interesting. You guys some of you probably don't know about this at least. When
まあJanuary 1st の時ね。
On the 1st of January, you basically are supposed to go out right when the sun is rising to see the first sunrise of the year. And you know how at the shrines you do
praying?
I guess pray. Yeah, you do like the Nide ni Hakushu. Did you do Nide ni Hakushu for January 1st? Yeah. So you do the same little thing you do at the shrines in Japan. You do the 2 bows, 2 claps, and 1 last bow. So everyone does this in the morning. Not everyone wakes up in the morning. But most people go out for the first sunrise, and watch the first sunrise like that. And
This first sunrise is called 初詣です。
初詣 they call it. Yeah, 初詣. So this year too, we woke up and went out to see the first sunrise. We were a few minutes late. The sun was already up.
ね、だけど綺麗だったね。
It was nice, yeah. I'm glad that it's not summer here for New Year's because the sun comes up at like 3:30 or 4 in the morning here in the summer, which would be very difficult to wake up, especially since you're staying up till midnight. But it's like 6:30 or 7 on New Year's Day, so that's nice. I have to use my husband's laptop and he doesn't have Japanese IME installed. I gotta do that now. Hey, you got some time. We gotta go through the whole video before we get to the quiz, so all good there. Happy New Year. Have you done your Nengajo yet? I learned that word from the ToKini calendar. Oh yeah.
ありがとうございます。
Speaking of which, the new ToKini calendar is live. The relaunch, I guess, of the website went very well. Thank you for all of the students who made the switch over to that. I hope you're enjoying the calendar and the pronunciation mini course and all that stuff over there.
あともう一つ、これ初詣もコンバインドしました。この見て、シュラインの砦だけ。
She wants to mention that
along
with Hatsumode, she added a shrine for the double going into, usually you're supposed to go to a shrine or something the first day of the year or the second. Within the first couple, week of the new year, everyone goes for the first time. So she wanted to add that.
この場合はね、私のことをシュラインと思って皆さん拝んでください。
Your face isn't showing up at all over here in the bottom right corner. I just realized.
こっちだ。
Yeah, でもいいんだよ。
なんかこっちに来ると。
I'll have to fix it next time.
はい。
On the flight from Seattle to Anchorage, the sun rose again in the west and then set a second time. Oh, nice. Wow. That's exciting. In the middle of summer in Australia, sweltering right now. I'm a little jealous.
ね。
I'd prefer it to be a little warmer than the freezingness, but is what it is. I should start adding the calendar words to an Anki deck or something. I've forgotten 90% of them already. Fair enough, yeah. That'll happen. But hope you're enjoying that at least. こんにちは、元気ですか？
はい、元気です。
元気です。
ありがとうございます。ディランさんはどうですか？
Hi, how are you? Says Yuki. All right, so
ね。 年賀状ちなみに
yeah.
私たちは書いていません。
Yeah, we haven't
申し訳あ
done
りません。
we haven't done any nengajo. We don't know a whole lot of people outside of like town who we would send them to. We don't get a whole
私
lot.
のお母さんとお父さんが送ってくれました。
Yeah, her mom and dad sent it, and some of the businesses we support here sent us a few as well. But yeah, not a whole lot of people know our address, I don't think.
なんかさ、確かにさ、カレンダーみたいなのと一緒になんかデジタル年賀状を作ってもいいかもね。ちょっと考えませんでした。すいません。
She's saying maybe we should have made a digital nengajo. いや、いらないと思いますが、まあ、あってもいいか。
まあ、来年をお楽しみに。
Maybe next year. OM Gaijin Maido, welcome to the stream.
はい、ありがとうござい
It
ま
is
す。
22 Fahrenheit, minus 6 Celsius where I am, and we have over 8 inches of snow with another 5 coming in the next couple days. Woo. Yeah, we got quite a bit of snow the other day as well. I had to shovel for the first time this year, but minus 23 in Chicago.
なんかさ、
Jeez. Is that minus 23 Celsius? Woo.
セルシアス、
って書いてある。
ね、そのさ、
A high of minus 23 in South Dakota. I'm probably never gonna live there. はい。なんかさ、
そのさ、寒さを利用してさ、新しいエネルギーって作れないのかな？
Using cold to create energy? I doubt it. On the topic of temperature, Andy, did it take you a while to get used to numbers in Celsius? Do you have any tricks for getting the hang of it? It took a little while, but now I'm the reverse. I can't, I forget Fahrenheit. Celsius makes a lot more sense when you get used to it. So it didn't take too long because I spent a half a year in Europe as well before I came here, and everything was Celsius there. So that helped me get used to it. And then, I didn't do anything. Everything was in Celsius and everything was in metric over here. So I just got used to it naturally. So it definitely was not something that I did. The summer, does Japan hit 30 plus in summer? 35-ish sometimes here in Nagano. Sometimes. Oh my gaijin. Thank you for all of your videos. Studying for JLPT M3. Took it December 3rd. Waiting for the results. I hope you did well. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Celsius is so easy, says come to Japan, Dan. Dan edited the new video this week. A bunch of you who were in the chat during that already know. But that is freeing me up to work on the N4 deck a lot because we're a little bit behind on that. But I've been working very hard on that deck. I'm having fun with it. Doing lots of extra research to try and make it super packed full of value when we get to that series and the Anki deck. But working hard on that. It was 55 December 6th. Nice. It's been weird here too. Until last week, half the time it felt like it was spring this summer, this winter. It's been very warm.
なんか3月の
Yeah, the beginning of March is what it's been like recently. Until last week. Now it's freezing. 10C is 50 Fahrenheit. Good place to start if you live somewhere cooler. Oh, nice.
で F って英語でなんて言うんでしたっけ？
Fahrenheit.
ああ。
Where I live, it's regular over 40 Celsius in the summer. No, thank you. I can see snow from where I live, but it never snows here at the base of the mountains. That's kind of cool, though. Just finished the Genki 1 grammar series of videos. We'll go back and do the exercises, but I really appreciate the context and explanations you gave. Thank you. I'm glad that you found that helpful, and congratulations on finishing Genki 1. Minus 40 is minus 40. Oh, I hope we never have to deal with that.
ね。
Unseasonably warm this year, although I hear the warm places have been unseasonably cold. Is what it is. It was like an El Nino year, I hear. So those things happen. I just can't get the hang of Celsius. Can't wrap my brain around it. I like the wider variation of degrees you get from F. Yeah. If you live immersed in Fahrenheit and non-metric, it's probably hard to really get them down. When literally that's everything everyone's talking about you. The news is doing all the weather in Celsius and stuff. Eventually you just can't help but get used to it. It's kind of like quote immersion with the language.
まあ、なんか私さ F わかんないじゃないですか、だけど 32F が0度なんだよね、
うん
だからもう32に近く 32?37 あ37ぐらいから寒いゾーンに入ったって思ってるよ
37から
うん下はもう
32
寒い、
ね
うん37くらい 37F ぐらいからもう、はいもうこう
でも
寒い
雪は多分55以下は寒いと感じてると思う。Yuki's saying she knows that she can't do Fahrenheit either, but she knows that 32 is 0 Celsius. And she says she figures from 37 below is like, okay, we're in cold zone now. But I think for Yuki, it's more like 55 and under is cold zone for her.
そんなことないよ一応
だって
あれ
13、
みんなさメーターついてる
15度ぐらい。
家に
あ
あれがなんかより60に近い方がいいと思ってる
雪はなんか7、80ぐらいがいいんじゃないの？
そんなにさヒーター高くしたらさ電気代かかっちゃうじゃん
全然まあそうだね。でも多分
でしょ
今もちょっと実際に計算してみたら、やっぱりもっと高くないとダメだと思う。
あ、そうなんだ。
I just speaking of so what I was saying there before we were talking about that was it's kind of like immersion with a language. Like if you go to a country and you live there and you only hang out with people who speak the native language and you're only consuming media that is in that language and stuff like that, you eventually get used to it more. So it's the same kind of thing.
もうありがとうスターグミン。私はもう52が10度って思ってもうそこはゼロだと思うわ。もうそこは寒い。
でしょ？
もう寒い。
Yeah, right. So 50 for Yuki.
だけど10度だとなんかさ割とあれセントラルヒーティングさあったかく感じない？
全然
だってさよく考えてこの家もうヒーターがさねメーター出ないわけじゃないですか。ローでしょ、超寒い。だってここの部屋だって 3からスタートだったよ今日、でも3って書いてあるけど実は3じゃないと思う、
多分今は3になってるから10が暖かく感じるって言えるんだけど1ヶ月前に10はすごく寒がってたんだから多分なんか倍によって10度が寒いでしょ？そうですね。Yeah. So she's saying how this house is, if it was central heating, just even 10 degrees would feel warm. But I'm saying it right now because this house is like 3 degrees if you don't have the heat on in a room. It seems like it would be warm. But if we were to put the air conditioner on in the summer to 10 degrees, I think you'd be freezing cold. It's 30 degrees Celsius in Sydney right now. I'm so over it. I don't blame you. It's probably pretty humid there too, right? At least other countries are consistent with their metrics. In Puerto Rico, road distance is marked in kilometers, but max speed signs are in miles per hour. That would be annoying.
ね、最初それ分かんなかった私も。
ポルトリコ行ったことあるの？
プエルトリコじゃなくてまずキロメートルとマイルズパーアワーの違いが分からなかったから、80は全部80キロだと思ってたの。
When she was looking at signs in America, she thought that 80 was 80 kilometers per or 88 kilometers per hour.
だけど超速いよね。80マイルズパーアワーは超速いよね。
はい。But this person's saying in Puerto Rico, the distance, so like there's signs that have how far something is kilometers.
なるほど。
But the speed is miles per hour.
Okay.
So that's pretty confusing.
そっか、そういうことか。
43 Celsius in winter's getting extreme negative. That difference is quite big. All right. I would like to call attention to the Christmas tree. Yeah, we haven't taken that down yet. It'll take a while. Hidden Samurai, the ratio between miles and kilometers is nearly perfect golden ratio, 1.618. Ooh, maybe that's an excuse for not getting rid of miles, golden ratioing it. All right, guys. Well, I think it's time to get into the video for today. Enough about the weather.
そうですね。
Slowly getting used to kilometers versus miles. I live in Funabashi now. Ooh, nice. I just figure 60%. Yeah, that works. I can't really go back. I think kilometers definitely make more sense. Metric makes way more sense. But it is what it is. All right.
あ、夜な夜なエール飲んでる人いる。
夜な夜な。
乾杯。
どこどこどこ。
ここブラッドワールドさんがオープニングが夜な夜なペーエール乾杯。
Opening a Yona Pale Ale. Kanpai. Kanpai, Brad. Is it, did you get that in wherever you live, or are you in Japan? If you're in Japan, nice morning beer. Enjoy. All right. We've got to fix your camera.
あ、そうか、
I feel like-
私の
Oh,
ちょっとずら。でもこれ動かしてないでしょ
no, I have to move this. Never mind. We'll do it. We'll do it
はい
next time.
了解です。
はい、行きます. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. The aliens taught us base 12, so I will stick with our imperial measure. All right. This is the first video that Come to Japan Dan has edited. Let's go ahead and get into it. Welcome to the 15th ToKini Andy Kanji lesson. Today we're going to cover the meaning, building blocks, writing, historical evolution where applicable, and a story to memorize each of the following kanji. We'll also learn the parts and radicals needed for those kanji. But today, there are no new parts. Yay! Which is why we're learning 6 kanji instead of the usual 5. Stick around to the end of the lesson where we'll be doing a quick quiz to help everything stick. By the way, check the pinned comment below this video to see why we are here. This is how you can tell it wasn't me.
あれ
The account is not me. Not learning readings for each kanji just yet. Let's get into it.
ありがとうございます。
It's early in the video, and it might be early in the morning for you. So let's start with something simple. The kanji for early. The official radical for early is
Puns.
sun.
All the
See where
puns.
this is going? The parts are sun and 10. There are 6 strokes in early. We start with the sun on top before moving down to the
Hearts
first
in chat for
horizontal
Yuki's
stroke
calligraphy.
in 10, and finishing it off with the final
Arigatou gozaimasu.
vertical stroke. Historically, this was apparently a pictograph of a type of tree that was used for getting black. I don't know what kind of tree this is. That's wild.
あ、そういう木生えてるよね。
Yuki haiteru. You've seen that kind of tree? I don't know what kind of tree this is
そういう
either.
木生えてる。
Dye. And this kanji was used to mean getting that black dye. Eventually, that changed into sunrise, perhaps indicating the change from dark to sunny. It then came to mean early. Apparently, yeah, so this was a diagram of a tree that they used to get black dye from. This one.
うんうん。
That's a wild tree. I don't know what's going on there. It's also considered a pictograph of a spoon. This one looks like a dude wearing a baseball cap and scooping something into a vat or something. Do you see that? I feel like that's the cap. It's like a worker dude. And this is the brim of the hat. This is his face below it. These are his arms. And he's holding like a big shovel. And the scoop of the shovel is off screen, but he's like shoveling something into a vat. Yes, yes. The one-eyed thing, that's the alien. That's the alien one. Absolutely.
でポケモ
With the
ンにさ、こういうのいるよね。
Yuki's mentioning, yeah, there's a Pokemon like this. This one looks kind of like, what's the one we were just playing, what was it?
Gold?
Heart Gold on Poke MMO. And that is, it's in the ancient ruins. What is the...
あ、
Unknown.
そう、それだ。
Unknown in English. What's it called in Japanese again?
Unknown.
Unknown. Oh, okay, it's the same. Okay.
Unknown.
Looks like one of those, I think. I traded learning Japanese for Spanish, and now I realize how much I miss it. It's good, right? Japanese is fun.
よかったで
The
す。
humidity makes it so much worse. For real.
ね
Oh, by the way, that reminds me, some of you may be behind on the live stream, so make sure if you look at the bottom of the video, there's a little word that says live, and there's a gray dot next to it. If it's gray, you're not watching us live right now. You're in the past.
はい。
You're way in the past. Definitely not in the future. So you click on that little live, and it'll put you right up to the present so that you can keep up on the quiz and not get too far behind on that.
ほらこういう感じじゃないこの
Oh,
さ
Yuki's drawing something.
このさこういう感じじゃないこの
Dore?
このエンシェントツリーはほらほら見て、
Mhm.
ほらほら
This is the ancient tree.
うんほら見てみんなはここが見えないけど、
Mm.
ねこの人がさここにいると
Mm.
ここはさ平らに見えるんじゃないほら
Mm.
ほらとか言って
Like this?
そうほら見てここ平らここがフラットに見えるんじゃない、違う
Mm.
あ 見て見て、このほらほらほらほらほらほら見てこんな感じ。ほらほらほら見て見て見てこんな感じじゃない？違う。
Dan says, nah, it's an alien tree.
あ、そう。
Bonsai,
あ、そうですか。
maybe. I agree that Spanish pronunciation can be similar. Yeah. All right, here we go. Bowl of the spoon out of frame. Otherwise, I'm not seeing the spoon. I see our first indications of aliens here, though. Andy alien. For our story, we're putting a fantasy spin on things. Hold on. Aliens here, though. For our story, look at my wonderful art, guys. Isn't it beautiful? I'm so good at drawing people.
ね、このさ、ね、sun がさ、とても良いよね。
The sun is good, yeah, or whatever that is. It's like a ball of light on his end of his staff. We're putting a fantasy spin on things. Someone is using a magic spell that brings a tiny sun on the end of a 10 staff to wake someone up early. What? This poor girl. About to get blown up. What a jerk. Although, that might get me out of bed in the morning, so perhaps it isn't such a bad idea. Remember that it's a good idea to All right, before we get to the pause, morning, it is time to show you guys how to write this one.
Hi.
Well, you've already seen it, but we're going to show you in real time. I almost want the Andy Wizard drawing more. He's cute. Thank you.
赤の方がいい。
どっちでもいいよ。
はい。
そうだね、黒。
ちょっとこっちに来た方がいいかな。はい、じゃあ書いていきます。
I learned French back when I was in high school, and the similarities between French and Japanese sometimes ends up with me speaking Japanese with the worst French accent. Yeah. First live kanji lesson I've joined scared the out of me when that started playing.
最後の10曲がっちゃった、ちょっと。なんかちょっとこの
this
曲
got
が
a
っちゃ
little.
った。
That's not bad though. All right, I'm gonna see if I can draw early. Let's see. Here's
猫背に
mine.
なってる。
Mine are always a little angled.
お、上手じゃ
Oh,
ん。
that's not so bad. This one's not too difficult to write. If you can draw sun, you're good to go. And the 10 below it. 1, 2. I have a feeling the turbo version of this is going to be
この
pretty
ね、
simple.
この縦棒って超難しいよ
Yeah.
ね。ね、まっすぐ棒が書けない。はい、ターボモードいきます。
Hey, turbo mode time. Thank you, Josh. Future Josh.
はい。
All right.
Turbo
mode doesn't really look any different.
ターボじゃないね。こんな感じ。あ、はい。じゃあ、アナライズしていきたいと。
Yuki's gonna break it down for us.
はい。まず、この火という感じですね。この、これは、ここの最初の一角を来たら、N のように、
So you draw it like an N?
はい。これ丸くしてくださいね、ここ。
So you basically
そ
get a
し
big
たら
N.
ここが一応ね、こういう風に来て、ここがこの下とつながって、これが非完成と。で、10は特にターボする要素がないので、まあちょっとここが跳ね上がるぐらいで、あとはこうまっすぐ下に置いて。
Yep, it doesn't change very much. This looks to me like a person with a swimmer with a swimming cap on and a snorkel.
あ、そう？あ、ごめん。確かにね。でもこれが先ほどのこういうやつになるということですよね。こういう。
あ、そう。
こういうやつ。
Unknown ね。
こういうやつね。
そう。I don't think there was a line, was there?
あ、そう？
I can't remember.
ラインはなかった？
Let's see if I can do the...
新しい漢字を作っちゃった？
Wow, that was bad.
そうだ。ここが N で1、2こんな感じです。
something like that. All right, but once again, just to remind you guys, you don't have to practice turbo mode. Turbo mode is something you become able to do after you write a kanji 1,000 times, which you may never do, which is perfectly fine.
はい。 そう、みんなはね、もう知ってると思うけど、私はオーバーサウザンドタイム書きました
She's
から
definitely
ね
written them over 1,000 times. So. All right, so to type this one for the quiz. Remember, we show you how to type these not so that you can memorize the readings of the kanji, but instead so that you can participate in the quiz and type it on your computers.
どっちがいいかな。でもさ、早いじゃないよね。そう
So might get you there. So,
早
maybe not.
いか
So gets me weeds before
Uga.
this. It was page
Uga,
number 31. So was number 31. So haya dake gets you there.
あ、そう早だけでもいけてる
Haya. So you get rid of the e
あ
and just do haya.
はい
Haya seems to work. Haya, spacebar, enter, enter. Yep,
おー
just haya.
早いけてるんだね
Obviously, the word, it's an e adjective that means early, hayai. But you can just write haya and get the kanji itself. Yes, I'm getting early and weeds a little confused. It'll help if you memorize the part on top, the grass part, separately. I can't remember what lesson we covered that in. I can look that up quick. Let's see. What lesson did we cover the grass radical in? Docs.
あ、そっか昨日じゃなかった
Kino? Yesterday.
あの
We did it yesterday?
先週じゃないだってさ花がさ出てきたのは
Right,
前
we did
回だったよ
flower was last time, eh?
レッスン14に花が出てきてるか
Yes.
ら
So we learned the grass radical on top in lesson 14, the last radical. So if you know that it's grass on top of this, it makes it pretty obvious that it has something to do with a plant, because that's usually what that indicates. So it can help you differentiate them quite a bit.
はい
All right, you guys got it. Nice.
みんな私はねもう前回のストリームは昨日やったと思ってるね
Yes. Well, yesterday. Yuki feels like the last stream was yesterday.
Nah.
Our whole life is it's just streams, live streams, and then there's like stuff that happens in between, but all of that is condensed into one day. So perhaps it isn't such a bad idea. Remember that it's a good idea to pause the video after each story and really try to... So as Aosabi says, haya no hou ga hayai. So. Imagine it. Or to create a story of your own that will help you remember the kanji even better. Make sure the story contains the meaning and every single part in some way. All right, now that we're getting into the weeds, here's a kanji that means weeds. Pun number 2. Every video.
Hi.
No exceptions.
No
The official
exceptions.
radical for weeds is, appropriately, the grass. Koedebo says, Andy to Yuki sensei, I'm currently watching the episode 8 live stream, but I saw that you were live, so I just had to come in and say hi to you guys. And I guess me in the future as well, lol. Welcome to the stream, Koedebo. I'm glad you're enjoying, or I hope you're enjoying the episode 8 live stream. Thank you guys for everything you do. All right, now I got to go back to the past, episode 8, and catch up. All right, enjoy. Good luck.
Hi.
We'll see you in the future.
ね
Or we saw you in the past. I don't know. I
ま
don't know
あ
how that
来
works.
週もやるんでライブでも見れるよ
Radical crown. And the parts are grass radical and early. The kanji is written as expected, with the grass crown being written first, horizontal line, and I don't know why they would do that, Zero. It doesn't really make sense to me. It appears in flower, but we try to base our names in this series on what they're actually called in Japanese. So this is kusakamuri, which means it's weed or grass. So making it flower seems to be silly. I don't know. Wanikani, when I first beta tested it like 10 years ago or 9 years ago, they tended to, in the early days, they've changed it quite a bit since then, but in the early days it was very, very similar to RTK. So I think they sort of just changed some of the radical names so that like it wasn't a straight up copy and they didn't get sued. That might be a remnant from that. They've obviously changed it a lot since then and made it a lot better. But that might be a remnant from that. Cutting through it with 2 blades of grass. Then the sun part of early, followed by the 10 that it stands on. Historically, this kanji apparently used to mean acorn. And the bottom part was also basically the kanji early with the earliest form of the... Kelly, if you prefer to remember this whole kanji as grass instead of weeds, there's nothing wrong with that. The main reason I'd say that I chose weeds as opposed to grass is, one, it helps differentiate it from the radical grass. You would want to change the grass on top if you're memorizing it, just the meanings, to like grass radical or something then, which would be fine. With that said, kusa on its own, the word kusa, which is just this kanji. Can you say kusa for us? Make sure I got it right.
Kusa.
Kusa. Okay, I was right. It does actually mean weeds. The word for grass is shibafu. Shibafu, ne?
Shibafu.
I keep doing
あれ
shiba. だよね?
LOL の話してる?
No. So, shibafu, I'm going to pop that in chat. And this kanji is not a part of it at all. So, that's one thing to keep in mind. Grass kanji popping out of its head. Over time, it came to mean weeds, and acorn became this kanken level 1 kanji. Right over here, eh? It actually looks easier, because it's just got a dot on top, but most people probably have not seen that kanji, because it is not in common use, as most kanji on the kanken level 1 are not in common use. And actually, the word acorn, like, if you were to see it written in kanji, donguri, it wouldn't use this. Yuki thinks that this guy, she erased it. She had a Pokemon. Look forward to that. She's working on a Pokemon that looks exactly like this historical figure over here. So what was I saying? Aosabi says, I remember it solely as LOL. So I mentioned this in the premiere of the video, but LOL has gone through this progression. I'll pop it in chat. So LOL used to just be the kanji for to laugh or to smile. It was this, warao. The verb is u, would have u in the end, warao, but just wara. You just type wara and you get that. And people still use that. Like lots of people still use this to mean LOL, like in the same way we use LOL in English. But then because the first sound in the word wara is W, it became faster to just type W for LOL. And then people who were really laughing hard would add WW or WWWWW and lots of W's. So the more W's you got, the more it started to look like grass popping up out of the ground. So then that in internet forums, basically like Nichanniru, which is the Japanese version of 4chan, started using kusa, the kanji kusa. And that's a reference to WWWW, which is a reference to warao. So it's all a big circle of laughs. I like the guy holding his hands up for LOL though. Yay, field goal. Okay, on we go. Oh, Yuki drew him. Okay. There's the historical version of these kanji. I feel like a lot of designs of Pokemon are based on historical kanji.
ここのさ、隣にあったこれね、これ、超似てない？ほら、ウパってこういうやつだったの？ほら、超似てるよね。
Very, very similar looking.
似てない？
And that's
似
Upa.
てない？似てないか。ここ似ても
A little bit.
似てないか。
A little bit. I can see it. Like, what a great source to come up with Pokemon designs. You just pull out an old kanji dictionary and start looking up random words. But Upa is a dirt and water, right?
そうか。じゃあ草じゃないんだね。
Or does he have? No, he's dirt and water.
そうか。
But that sort of hides that they're copying the kanji.
でもいつも草むらの中にいるよね。
He's always in of course. Cute Yuki Whooper.
ありがとうございます。
is it Whooper in English? I only know him as Upa. I've only been playing Pokemon in Japanese for the past couple of years now.
ウーパーってさ、ウパか。ウパーってさ、こんな感じじゃないよね、本物。なんか違うよね。
It might look a little
なん
different,
か
yeah.
違かったと思うんだけど忘れちゃった。なんか横っ
Oh,
ちょ
the
に
new one is ground type. Okay.
横っちょについてたこんな感じに。
I can't remember.
ね。
I would look it up, but I'm not sure. Oh, wait. We're not even showing your screen.
あこんな感じだったかな、ウーパーってね。こんな横についてたんかな、これ。こっちじゃなくて。こうか。ウーパーってこんな感じ？それウーパールーパーだよ。
There we go. Ah, they're on the sides.
ほら、
Okay.
ね、似てないめっちゃ。
Quite similar, although it's on the sides, I guess. So. All right, let's get back into the lesson. We got sidetracked. Remember, Kanken level 1 means even most Japanese natives can't read it. So really, this is just a point of curiosity. Nothing you need to memorize or anything. Apparently, talking about the acorn kanji there, eh? The part early in the true about the upa thing as well. This kanji was chosen to indicate the Chinese reading of soul. For our story, we'll say that weeds are grass. That is always the earliest plant to pop up. It's fast. It's almost as if an early-to-rise wizard and his 10 staff are waking the weeds up early. If you let's get rise to wizard and his 10 staff are waking the weeds up get the kanji early. On screen. Okay, it doesn't. If you want a wizard to wake you up in the morning, feel free to hit the like button. On the stream too, guys. It helps. If you don't want a wizard to wake you up in the morning, that's fine too. Hit the like button.
俺アンディ押してないじゃん。
俺は押してない? Okay, I'll go ahead and hit it too. Doop.
はい。
Hi. Okay, so let's pop over to how to write grass.
自分のビデオにね、自分でハートを押しとかないとね。
So. All the hearts are popping up in the chat.
ありがとうございます。はい、書きますよ。
Very nice. You'll notice that if you take a look at the kanji in chat, I'll make it pop up for us. じゃなくて. If you take a look at that, you'll notice that, and I'm going to draw it a way I wouldn't draw it. You'll notice that it's very small, the grass radical, in font. But in the actual kanji, when it's written, it seems to be that this part is much bigger. Font is more like this, and writing seem to have a much bigger part. That's not very good.
ちなみになんですけど、
はい。
ちなみになんですけど、ここをなんかアンディみたいにただこういう風にちょんちょんって書くよりかは、ここを
So Yuki's the main point here is don't do it like Andy is what she's saying.
こういう風に内側にしてからここからシュッってやった方がかっこいいです。
Okay, so coming in a little bit on this stroke and then fooing it, sweeping it in like that is cooler. It's considered more stylish to write it that way than just the straight lines like I did. So you see, even hers is sort of curving in a little bit. So you come over here and then you, instead of straight, you go a little bit in. And then, something like that. Although that's a sa. I can't.
でもさみたいな感じ、ほんとさみたいな感じ。これ小さいさみたいな感じで。
So draw a little sa basically for the grass radical, and that will look cooler. All right, let's see what Turbo Yuki mode looks like. Do you recommend learning kanji individually with memorized kun and own readings or in words and sentences and getting used to it? I've seen both opinions. If you scroll down on, not on the stream, I'm sorry, on the original video that we're going through right now, I address it. So let me just pop this up really quick before we do Turbo Yuki. So I'm going to scroll down and show you. Okay. So, why we don't teach readings. As mentioned in the introduction video to the series right here, it is my philosophy that it's a waste of time to learn the readings for each kanji in isolation. That's onyomi and kunyomi that you're talking about. I explain why in that video. To learn how to read kanji, I think it's best to learn words that contain that kanji in the context of sentences. We will be doing that in this series after learning the meanings and writings for the 118 kanji in the JLPT N5 and Kanken Level 10 tests. So fear not, you will be learning how to read them in the near future. But yeah, no, so I definitely do not recommend worrying about learning kun and own readings at all. Personally. I don't find it helpful. All right, so turbo version of Yuki drawing this one fast. It's probably going to look a lot like the same as the last one. Well, the same as this kanji as well, and also the bottom part will probably look the same as hayai.
はい。じゃあターボします。
Welcome, Victor. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, okay. So that part connects.
So,
okay.
この差がより この草冠は3になりますね。
This reminds me of the turbo version of flower.
こういうさっきのこの速いはこの N のこういう感じですね。にこの上にさがつながってくると良いです。このさはこのさのところからここにつながると良いです。
Okay, that makes sense. It looks a lot like flower, actually. I like that. I gave up trying to cram every reading into my head with things like ue. Much easier to just learn the vocabulary that it's used in when I encounter it. 100% agree. In fact, after you do what we're doing in these series for like 800 or so kanji, and you're really used to the building blocks, you can pretty much just learn words separately and not have to learn individual kanji like this at all. For my live Japanese class, we're learning from basic kanji book. I've never heard of that. I just listen to Sensei talk about kun and on, and then when I put them in Anki, I just put example words. Yeah, good call. さてと. How to type this one is actually quite simple.
はい、
Quite
みんな
simple.
このわらという漢字じゃないですね。
あれ?
イエーイ。
どういうこと? 絶対草でしょ。草。
みんなもごめん、間違えちゃった、ちょっと。みんなこれ間違えちゃってるからね、あんまり覚えないでね。
She made a little mistake, she said. Would W get it to pop up? I'm curious. It will not. 残念ながら。Would two W's get it to pop up? No.
まだ時代は追いついていないか、私たち、ね。
IME is not caught up with reality. Yeah, so just type kusa. RTK is okay. That's what I used. Kusa. Yes, kusa will get it to type. Remember, guys, what is that? Alasabi. We're not teaching you the readings of the kanji here after I just said don't learn the... We're teaching you how to type it for today. So you can type it quickly onto your keyboard so that you can participate in the quiz at the end of this live stream. So.
LOL の時には W は使って OK です。
Interesting. It did not suggest that at all for me. I just get different versions of the letter W. Interesting. I wonder if that's the Apple IME? Or is that on Windows? Or maybe it's because I'm using the Google IME and it doesn't have it. Switch over to Windows and let's see if that gets it. Oops. Okay, let's try. W gets me nothing still. Oh, okay. So the Windows IME gets me a lot more. I get like circle W's.
Oh. Okay. 何それワーナーブラザーズみたいなやつ?
Okay, so the Google IME has less options for here. Although I find the Google one to work a little bit better for some things. Interesting.
すごい。タイピング草ポブサブ www なんだね。
Oh, really?
逆が出るんだ。
Oh, it pops up for Google as well. Kusa will pop up www
すごい。こっちは追いついてるね。こっちは追いついてきてるんだね。
Very cool. So the reverse gets you there. The reverse gets you there. That's funny. I'm on Mac and it shows different W's too. Okay, good to know. はい。All right, so that will get it for you on screen.
テストの時にはね、間違えないようにしてください。
She said, don't do www for the quiz. I'm sure someone will. Press Windows key plus period. You will get an emoji input box. Ooh. Okay, I'm on Google IME right now. So press Windows key plus period. Wow, that does work even on this. Cool.
すごい。こんなことができるの?
Very cool. Don't want a wizard to wake you up in the morning? That's fine too. Hit the like button. Here's a simple kanji that means grove, or sometimes a small forest. The official radical is clearly tree, and it's made of two trees for parts. There are interesting tidbit. This and the next kanji are very common in names. There are 8 strokes in grove. What's important to notice here is that the 4th stroke in the first tree is much shorter than the 4th stroke in the here, right? This stroke here is much shorter. Regular tree goes out further. Actual kanji tree. This is to make room for the tree on the right. You can imagine I couldn't fit a pun in for that one, Dan. Branches of the tree on the left disappearing behind the tree on the right. Yeah, so like this, you can think of they're lined up And then this branch is disappearing behind this tree. If that helps you. Historically, this kanji has changed very little. And all right, so it's changed very little in the fact that, I mean, obviously it looks different. So, but these were the tree versions back then. But this looks to me, what it really looks like is like a bearskin carpet. Like a polar bear carpet.
本当だね。すっごいファンシーだね。
Yeah, very fancy place.
2個もあるってことだよ
A
ね。
forest of polar bear carpets.
すごすぎる。
And these are sais, you know, like who was it? Was it Raphael, the Ninja Turtle that used sais?
おー。
That looks like the weapon. It has always had the meaning of trees lined up together. When I hear the word grove, I personally think of a circular line of trees enclosing an open space in the middle. That lining up of the trees, though, is what's important to see here. For our story, we'll have... Okay, so what's happening here is it's like a bunch of druids. I imagine druids. 2 trees make a grove. This is really a 2-part mnemonic because I used to play this game called Akea. Well, Achi is what I called it back then. It was a text MMO. It was all text, but it was an MMO, one of the first actually. And it was the first game in the world to have microtransactions. So they created microtransactions. So thank them for that. Anyway, it was an MMO that was just text, so you type and you read, and it was amazing. But the druids always had a grove, so they had their own grove that they could travel to. So that's why, for some reason, that's the reference here. I'm thinking of the druid class in that game. Hi, Joe. The next kanji making up the second part. While you're waiting for that to pop with the... Hi. Okay. So it's time to draw. We have no parts today, so we're going to be working on every single kanji on the screen. By the way, this is a very common name in Japanese. That is Hayashi. Hayashi is the family name. Very common.
そう、もうね、林さんいっぱいいますからね。
There's a lot of Hayashi-sans. Our neighbor is Hayashi-san. Our accountant is Hayashi-san.
ね。
Lots of Hayashi. Lots of groves.
木が好きなんだね、みんな。
Was it developed by EA or Activision? No, but they got their ideas from it, that's for sure. It's still around. I still play it once in a while. It's really fun.
あ、そうそう。
Kobayashi is
小林さんもいます
also very common, yeah.
はい、書いていきます。
Did I walk into a WoW conversation? Sort of. This was pre-WoW. I think the game came out in 1997.
はい。
There it is. All right, you can see that this one has definitely got a harai, a sweeping stroke at the end, so you have to sweep that out. This one obviously does not have that. So let's see if I can draw Hayashi. Not very good.
まあ
Let's
で
try
も
that again.
いいでしょう。なんかさ、この、こういう感じだよね。
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It looks like that.
ね。
I'm
こうい
very
う感
bad
じ
at
だよ
this.
ね。
Fun thing, I wanted to show you guys. Oh, no, I can't show you this. This isn't my Mac. Never mind. I didn't say anything.
あ、そう。
I wanted to show you guys. I've been researching the N4 kanji deck, and I've been just buying a lot of dictionaries to help with it. A lot of like Japanese kanji dictionaries. And let's get Hayashi. Oops, that's the word. The kanji dictionary that I got, which is for elementary school students, it's pretty cool. I wanted to show you guys, but this isn't my Mac, so I can't really show you. But anyway, it's got things like this. So it's got the diagram, and then it often has the picture. You can see the picture right there that you could just drew basically, although her picture is much better. So it's got the historical evolution, but at the top it's got, like if it was a pictograph, what it was based on. It's got the 2 trees up there. So that's one of the kanji dictionaries I've been using to research the new series. And I thought it would be cool to show you guys those, but we stream off the Windows PC, not the Mac, so it's kind of hard to bring those up. Anyway, yeah. So I'm pretty bad at writing Hayashi, at least extended arm. Let's see if I can get closer. If I get closer, if it gets any better.
あ、消す一回。
いいよいいよ。あ、そうだね。Wow. It's very hard to write straight lines.
ねえ、ほんと難しいよね。
I think part of it is it's easier with a pen. I tend to end up connecting to the top line. I see Yuki starts in the like on the trunk
ああ。
instead of on the
まあ
the
でも
top
同じ
branch.
でもいいんだよ。あっちのさ、やつは同じになってんじゃん。これ
Yeah,
か
this
ちょっ
this
と
one is
高
similar
い
to what I'm doing here.
Mm.
Although this one starts lower. I see. So let's oops, that's not what I wanted to show you guys. There we go. I'm getting practice writing here too. It's good.
あ、そういえばさ、N4 のさ、漢字デックはさ、ちょっとレベルアップしますよね。
どこが？
と、N5 のやつもやるんだけど、漢字練習帳をさ、
Yeah. N5 also too. We found a nice source that helps has practice sheets that you can write. We're going to be probably from hopefully next week starting to upload practice sheets for writing for all of the kanji we've covered so far and all the kanji we will cover on the website. So we're going to have practice printouts we're going to be adding to the website soon. So for those of you who are members over there, we're finally going to be popping that up. We finally found a resource to help make those. So that's going to be fun.
そうそう本当にこういうブルーの点線が
Yeah, it has like this whole this design with the numbers and stuff so you can follow along.
そうそう
Some ones you can practice with, and then you just draw those. So you'll be able to print those out soon.
だからみんなもね、私みたいにオーバー1000タイムプラクティス
Yes, so you can practice over 1,000 times, just like Yuki. Wizard battle in the grove. Yeah, I used to battle in groves a lot.
Welcome to Japan です。
Except I was a priest. All right, so
はい。
turbo mode. We haven't done turbo mode yet.
はい、ターボモードしていきます。
Here we
ちょ
go.
っとね、ターボするけど、そんなに変わりません
Yeah, it doesn't change
と
much.
思います。
To omoimasu. She
は
thinks.
ーい。こうかな。
Wow, that's
こ
pretty
の木
stylish.
がさ、この木がどうしても、
The last tree is pretty much yeah, straight up the same. The first one is a bit.
そう、木はね、木曜日の時とはちょっと変わらないけど、もう一回書きますね。もう一回書きます。この、チュチュチュチュチュ。チュチュチュチュチュ。チュチュチュ。で、あ、ここはね、ちょっと止めて。チチチじゃないよね、ここは。で、こっちは普通の木を書いておきます。
And there you just draw a regular tree. Yuki with the trail sound. Very good. All right. All right. So to type this one, your best bet would probably be the name Hayashi, because that's the name of a small forest or grove as well. That's the word, and it is the name. So Hayashi gets you there immediately.
はい。Hayashi.
I suppose a rin might get you there as well. Rin, shinrin. Shinrin is a word that means a forest, basically. So just rin. But I think Hayashi will be more guaranteed. Rin is the 7th for me, and it doesn't come back up because there's other words that would be better. So Hayashi will be your best bet.
リンか、まあ、1個でもいいのか、これ。あ、1個じゃダメだね。
No, 1個じゃダメです。
2個。やっぱりダブル N なんだな。
So Rin looks like it would be faster, but it probably won't pop up first for you. So Hayashi will probably be your best bet on getting this out quickly for the quiz. All right.
はい。
Very nice.
あ、なんか、which game was the one with the droid っていう質問が。
The game was called, I'll pop it here. This is actually probably my favorite game of all time. There's no comparison. It's the most detailed, complex combat system of any game. Let's pop that up. This game. It still exists.
おー。
懐かしい。
あ、合ってるわ。スペル間違えちゃってるかと思ったけど、合ってるわ。
This is what the game looks like. It's just text.
あ、なんか言ってるよ。
I actually used to live stream it. I live streamed it a bit while I lived in New Zealand. It was quite good.
あ、おさびさんがなんか言ってるよ。
you would enjoy Baldur's Gate 3. I own Baldur's Gate 3, and so does Yuki, but we haven't played it yet. We haven't
私
played
も
it yet.
持ってるの
There's the druids, and they have groves. That's one of their skill sets, and these are all the skills in it that you can use for combat. Anyway, off track enough there.
はい
Hi. But yeah, I probably would enjoy Baldur's Gate 3. I want to get Yuki to play it with me. So we have it, but we end up playing Elder Scrolls Online instead all the time.
ねえなんでさそんなに ES をやっちゃうのかな不思議だよね
We're trying to make our own two-person guild hall right now. So
意
my
味
my
がわ
house
か
is
らないよ
ridiculous in that game. There's way too much stuff in there. Next kanji making up the second part. While you're waiting for that to pop up, why not hit the subscribe button and the bell? The alien overlords that roamed ancient China will thank you. Thanks to
What?
Jan for this part. Yeah. Yeah. Fine. They said they will not say thank you. Sorry. Here are a few more trees. Well, just one more, really. This kanji means forest, but I bet you guessed that already. The official radical here is no. We play a lot of ESO. Right now, we're attempting to collect all of the Grand Master crafting stations and fill them up. So we basically spend all our time collecting flowers and selling them, and then buying attunable crafting tables.
結局さ
Surprise.
私がやることは最初から変わらないよね
Picking flowers all day, every day, every time. That's all we've been doing for 1,000 hours.
それさっきの
It's
さ
full.
ボルダー
Just
ズ
kidding.
ゲート3も
Tree,
できる
and it's made up of 3 trees, which goes with. You know how I usually have 2 parts on top and then 1 on the bottom if there's 3 parts? Well, Dan made it so that it's basically the shape of the tree here, which I think is pretty cool.
ありがとうございます
Without saying, there are 12 strokes in forest. The top tree is written pretty much identically to the kanji for tree, though it's a little stumpier. The lower 2 trees are written like a stumpy grove. Each tree, of course, is written in isolation one at a time before moving on to any parts in the next tree. Remember to keep the 8th stroke, or the final stroke in the second tree, shorter to make room for the tree on the right, just like in Grove. This kanji is historically consistent with Grove in that it was always 3 trees and indicated a meaning of forest or an area with lots of plant growth. For what it's worth, Kaylee, I think a better translation for the wicked person might actually be noisy. So for our story, we'll continue from 2 trees make a grove to 3 trees make a forest. And yes, it can absolutely be grove to 3 trees make a forest. All right. Well, Yuki's drawing another bear over there. Let's see what we got. That was a fast one. And that's how you draw this kanji.
ね
In English kanji.
そうイングリッシュ漢字ねあるこれイングリッシュ漢字
Oh, forest. Emoji. So how do you do that again? Windows period. And then, oops. Windows period. And then type forest. Nope.
ないんだね
Oh, wait.
ないわ
Nah, not quite. This is as close as we can get.
ない
And I can't even get it to pop up in the chat. Oh, I got a bunch to pop up in chat.
お
Nah.
はい書いていきます
That is not the one I chose. Anyway.
Hi.
All right. Very good. It's basically just 3 trees. Like
So-
just straight up full size. Except for, of course, that 8th stroke there.
うん
Hi. Wow, that was bad.
Yeah.
I got way too far out here.
結構綺麗にでき
I
て
guess it
る
looks
じゃん
okay.
ほら
That's not so bad.
いい感じです
Nice.
はーい
All right. So what would turbo mode look like here?
そうだねちょっとタブモードに食べ
Now we can write halfish of Dobutsu no Mori. Yes, we can write halfish.
おー
Half of Dobutsu no Mori. I think we won't be covering either of the kanji in Dobutsu in N5, but in N4 you'll be able to write the rest of it.
はい、書きます。はい。
This one even looks more like the original than Hayashi.
ああ、そうだね。
Hmm.
この林は先ほどと同じ格好だよね。格好
Yes, except it's more stumpy.
うん、そ
Stumpier.
う。まあね、上にも乗っ取りますので、
そう。
こんな感じかな。
Nice.
うん。そんなには変わりませんね。
It doesn't change a whole lot.
うん、
All right,
た
so
だこれね、この2個乗るからあんまり大きく
right, you don't want to make it too big.
林はこういう感じ
So
だけど、
Hayashi are more like tall, straight up palm trees,
うんうん、
and forest trees are like a stumpy little, I don't know,
ね、このスクイッシュな
other
感
tree.
じ
I don't know what's a stumpy tree. I have no idea. All right, man. Enjoy your bento.
はい。
See you soon. All right. So to type this one, I would personally go with mori.
はい。
Mori is the word for forest.
森。
Very easy. Mori.
ねえねえ、みんなさ、ジョジョさ、パート4か。あれ、仙台の、ジョースケの話なんですけど、それ、森王朝っていう。
She's asking if any of you guys have seen the fourth part of JoJo, which is when they're in Morioka-shi.
違う、仙台市、宮城県仙台市が一応舞台で、仙台ね。
Right, Sendai is where they're supposed to be.
そう。で、森王朝っていうのが、
森王朝ね。
そう、あれ、
Is the name of
漫
the
画
fake
の
town.
中の、そう、
Yeah.
町の名前なの。
Moriocho. And how would you write that?
そう。森王がわかんないけどね。森
She
は
doesn't
こ
know
れ
what the O is. She just knows that the Mori in Morioko, Morio
森王朝。
Cho
朝
is
はこの町。
machi だね。
うん、
The Mori is
まだやって
Mori.
ないよね、これ。
Not yet. That one shows up
もう
in
very soon ですよ。
very soon. Yeah, it's
うん。
going to be in this series. Couple lessons. We're very close, guys. 8 lessons away from the end of the first part of the series,
ね。
and then we're going into the word videos. That'll be fun.
はい。みんなそれをね、アニメ見たことあるかわかんないけど、ジョジョの森王朝森王朝レディオ流れるんですよ。
Mori. She says she doesn't know if you've seen the anime, but in the beginning of the episode, it's always the radio
うん。
plays, and then their little theme song is Mori. Yeah.
はい。なので、そうやって覚えてください。
そうやって覚えてください。Mori.
あ、森だ。
I always enjoy all the mingling that Yuki and I get to do with you in the chat during the live streams, which happens after the premiere for these videos. We don't get a chance to mingle much. Mingle. This kanji means mingle. By the way, this kanji is not an N5 kanji but it is, I think, is it Kanken level? It might be no, it's not Kanken level 10, and I don't think it's N5 either, but it is a part in the next kanji, and it's just N4, so I just threw it in here because it doesn't make sense to like introduce it as a part and then teach it immediately in the next level. So I have done that with a few kanji in this. The official radical for mingle is potlid. We haven't seen that guy in a while. The parts are potlid and father. There are 6 strokes in mingle. We start with the handle of potlid, followed by the lid itself. We then draw the crowning 8 of father below the lid, followed by the grass clippers down below that. Historically, the appearance of this kanji hasn't changed much, but some explanations state that it was a pictograph of someone crossing their legs based on how the bottom part of the kanji looks. I think it's just a big belly.
なるほど。
Specifically, they cross their legs below the knees to the ankle somewhere. More recent academics refute this claim and think the bottom part was actually the kanji for disability, which eventually became the kanji for yellow. I'm not sure which is true, but you could just mingle all of them together so that you don't forget that this kanji means... We missed that pun, guys. That means there was more than 3 puns in this episode.
Mingle. It's also interesting to me how little we actually know for certain about the ancient past. We're going to have a little fun with this story.
That's what Yuki sees, I think.
I
I think it's a panda wearing a flat hat with a really narrow top. That could be.
To become a member of the Fathers of the Potlid Society, which is a society of fathers just mingling, you must wear a potlid on your head to the meetings. And be a father, of course. Please feel free to share any stories you've made for the kanji in this video down in the comments. It may help someone who this story did not help.
Oh. I didn't know you could do that. I just held it down on the mouse button and it made it go fast.
Your head to the meetings.
I didn't even
And
know that was
Be
possible.
a father, of course.
Okay, that's cool. I memorized this one as guys put on their hats before they go out to mingle because guys still wear fedoras or whatever. Fair enough. Fair enough. That could work. If you've memorized the bottom part to also be guys, which you could.
なんか、お
はい。
父さんたちは結構変な人たちやね、本当。
お父さんたち？
うん、だってさ、そんなさ、ドリンキング、なんか、ポットリードをさ、つけてさ、ドリンキングパーティーに行かなくないね、行くのみんな。
She said the fathers in our little world that we've created are weird. She says nobody puts on potlids on their head to go out drinking. No, apparently not. Yuki's drawing looks like Mr. Potato Head. Ah, yeah, that could be good. Mr. Potato Head is a dad too in the Toy Story series, so you could totally. Is he? I think he is. Or maybe in one of the later series.
よく見て、よく
Mr.
見て。
Potato Head って、Mr. Potato Head ってさ、
うん。
子供いるっけ？
子供いないと思う。
Toy Story で？
いるのかない
るっけ？なんか、
ミセスとの間に。
3に出ないっけ？
覚えてない。出ないような気がするけど、出るのかな
I can't remember if Mr. Potato Head has kids in Toy Story, the later versions. But anyway, if you memorize Mr. Potato Head's father, that could actually work really well for this one.
本当じゃあちょっとね、これつけとくね、これ。
あれ？
これ
なんだこれ？
このミスターポテトヘッドと同じ
Mr. Potato Head has a
マスター
mustache. Very good. he's going out. He's going out for the night with his dad friends and wearing a potlet. You just have to have a potlet to get into this party over here. This
はい。
Fathers of the Potlet Society party.
ね。
はい。
はい、書いていきますよ、真
Hi,
面目
let's
に。
go. Yeah, if you memorize the top part as hat instead of potlid, which is fine,
はい。
that will work. The reason we make this potlid is because in Japanese, it's recognized as the nabebuta. じゃなく
あ、そうそう、合ってるよ。
nabebuta.
うん。
So the Japanese for this part is potlid. So I think RTK teaches this, maybe Wanikani as well, as a top hat, because that's what it sort of looks like pictographically. But officially, it's potlid, so we tend to stick with those. Now you can't unsee the 6 mingling around. Yeah, definitely. If you just stop here, it's like, oh, it's 6, but it's not. It's father down beneath. Huh, that wasn't so bad. Although so from my angle here, way over here, this looks fine. But then I look on camera and I realize it's definitely angled this way a bit too much. Huh.
いい感じじゃん。
That's better. I did RTK last year. Is the potlid only a primitive? Yeah, it's not a kanji on its own, but it is an official radical. It is known as, it's one of the 100 and something, 60 something, or 214 official radicals. So it's not a made up primitive. It is a real radical.
ポトリードのことについてなんですけど、
はい。
もしかしたらみんなのうちのポトリードはこういうラウンドタイプかもしれないよね。こう
yeah,
いう
maybe-
ラウンドタイプ。
Maybe the potlids that people have in their homes
ね。
look like that.
そう。だけど漢字の場合はまっすぐでいきますんで、これ。
Yeah, you can think of this as looking at this type of potlid from the side, I
ね。
think. This type,
これがこうね。
right?
あ、そうそうそうそう。
Where you get the handle on top, but then you turn it sideways and view it from the other way. And the handle is if you turn it just a little bit sideways, it's like that.
あ、そうだね。
And then if you turn it more sideways, it's like that. Yeah, something like that.
うん
Thanks. I never knew there were official primitives. Yes, there are official radicals that if you look in a Japanese dictionary, there will be one radical listed as the official one. And that's it's like the most important part of the kanji is basically how you could consider it. It's what's all built around. Maybe it was the original part that was, 3,000 years ago what the kanji just was. It's basically, kanji have evolved over time. So they have a sort of basic part that is the most important part, or that has been chosen as the most important part for them. And for this one, the most important part is the pot lid. All right, so
はい
Turbo Yuki mode.
はい
This is how a Japanese person who has written it 1,000 times and just writing a quick note would write the kanji.
はい書きますね。
Not too different.
うん。
Not too different. The
このねポットリードのところはねもうこういう感じになっちゃうからね。で父も父さ前さやった時こう8が
Chichi, by the way, is father.
そうそう
When we did father previously.
こんな感じにしたと思うんですよ。
You got like an axe.
そう
Looks like an axe.
これとこれをコンバインって感じかな。ここどこがつながっちゃうかわからないんですけど。
Sometimes, depending on how fast
うん
people are writing, more things will get stuck together.
そうここがこう来てここがこう来てここがこう来てここがこう来るという感じですね。
Toadfish said, "Did you write the first two strokes as one?" Yes. So remember, this part of the little live stream here, where we do Turbo Yuki mode, is to show you what you might see if you were to look at handwritten Japanese, like on a note, so that you're just aware of what you're going to be seeing. You don't need to. And then this part is breaking down why it looks like that. You don't need to learn to write this way. This is how Japanese people who have, written a kanji 1,000 times and just are trying to write a quick note eventually become able to do this. This is not something you practice becoming able to do. This is if you write it correctly and just get faster and faster and faster, this is what it'll end up looking like. And yes, the first stroke there and the probably third and fourth stroke generally become single strokes.
もしかしたら人によってはこの超ここを長く書いてこの父をこういう風に書く人もいる。
Some people will write it like that with a big dot on
そう
top.
そうこういう風に大きく書いてこういう風に書く人がこの父は変わらないんですけどこの点がすごい大きい人がいるかも。
So some people write it like that as well.
うん。
Are there any new kanji? Is there someone out there making new ones? No, I don't think so. Not anymore. Not since the Joyo kanji were introduced. When the Joyo kanji were created, a lot of the Joyo kanji are new, simplified versions of old kanji. Like I've been researching N4 kanji, and there's a lot of new kanji in there. And we covered one last week, actually. Can you write the old version of hana?
オールドバージョンって
It's still used, but the one that's often used in names. So, 普通のやつ. So. So this is the original version of flower, and now this is my hand, so it's not going to look as good. But for the Joyo kanji, the bottom, this part, was replaced to make it simpler with this. So this is a new kanji. This did not exist before Joyo kanji were introduced, which was, I don't know, 100 years ago, less?
わかりません。
Anyway, this was always the kanji for flower. So like if you want to look for the history of this, you actually have to search for this. And then for the Joyo kanji to simplify things, to make it so that more people could read, they changed this part, and this part was only chosen for the reading. So this part here is read as ka. So to indicate the reading of flower, they chose this for ka. And this part is to indicate the meaning, the grass part. Right? So the flower part is there. So yes, there are, quote, new kanji, but I don't think any are being created right now.
なるほどね。まあそういう簡単にするの
So to simplify.
は、あるかも。なんか結構古い学校とかだと 学校っていう漢字は古い漢字のままかもしれないですね。
Old schools will,
そう
like
そう
names of places will still have the old versions of kanji
そう
and
そ
stuff
う、
like that.
学っていう字あんまり書けないもう書けないと思うけど、みんな今さこういうさ
I know what you're gonna write. Yeah.
学校の学はこういう字で習った
So
じゃ
the
ない
the
です
the
か。
kanji for to learn, I think. Did we go with learn? Yeah. Is this one? This is the one that's in the word gakko for school, and but there's an old version of it.
そうそうだもうオールドバージョンね、ちょっとお手本ないと書けないけど、なんか
I can bring it
こ
up.
んな感じだよね。このさこういう感
Yes,
じ
yes.
で
So that's the original one.
こういう感じになってて、あ、違う
I
か
can bring it
な。
up. It is. No, you're correct. It's this one. It's actually in the middle. It's not child. It's got the
なるほど。
X's.
間違えちゃった間違えちゃった。
いいよいいよ。
ちょっと忘れてね。
So sometimes really old schools will still
こういう
have
感
this
じか。
kanji. So.
でここが
Tutu.
2
Just like a.
でここにこういうことですよ
So
ね。
That's the original kanji for
ね、
gaku, to learn, manabu. And
そう古い
this
学校
this part actually, in fact, most kanji, or not most, but a lot of kanji that have this part in them, this part, tsu, we called it, I think, originally were this. So this part was simplified into this for the Joyo kanji. So pretty much anything with this is somewhat new, like a somewhat new, quote, new version of a kanji. So Japan does have kanji original to itself that aren't just repurposed Chinese characters. That is correct, yes. There are actually many kanji in Japanese, many, especially in the Joyo kanji, that don't exist in Chinese. This one might. I'm not sure about this one. I've run into a few kanji I could not look up until finding they were Chinese simplified characters, e.g. I assume since Japanese dictionaries don't have those characters, that's not a thing. Yes, so there are many kanji. I mean, there's tens of thousands of kanji, I think. And you can find a lot of them that aren't used in modern Japanese in the dictionaries, but some will be. Like, there's a bunch of Chinese characters that don't exist in Japanese at all, for sure. How do I like this comment? So they changed it with change. Yes, they changed it with change. Yes, okay. The old flower looks a little more spicy. Agreed. And it's still used. That one is still used, especially in names and stuff. All right. Cool. Well, that was a fun little history lesson. To type this one,
はい。これ
I guess we would go with...
Ma-
I usually end up writing bakeru.
Eh?
Not
Bakeru
bakeru. I'm sorry. This is different.
Maze-
Mazeru. So I was just thinking of change. That's bakeru. Mazeru. And then but mazeru will actually get you kon.
え、こうじゃないこう。
違う。ほら。mazeru gets you.
ああ、じゃあ、混ざる。
Mazaru is probably. No, that still gets you kon. If you hit a space a few times, it will get it up, and then you have to hit
あ、
backspace a few times.
先に来ちゃうのかってこと？混ぜるは。
そう。mazeru, it comes for mazeru, but the other one comes first.
じゃあ、混ざるの方がいい。
交差の交差 maybe ko.
うん、こう。
Ko might get it come up pretty fast.
そっか。
No,
混ざ
ko still takes a while.
るか。ねえねえ、交わるが出る。
Kosa backspace might be faster than mazeru.
交わるはどう？交わる。
Majiwaru gets you there, but then you have to hit backspace twice.
そうだね。
You could. I think a good way to do it might be kosa backspace.
まあ、交差点の。
Kosaten no kosa.
交差。
Kosaten is this word, guys,
Crossing.
and it means a crossing, like a road crossing, or like a crosswalk or something, or like a four-way crossing at a street. So you just write kosa backspace, an intersection, yeah, same thing. And then backspace might get you there. This is one of the ones that there's no easy way to just write the kanji. You're gonna have to hit backspace at some point. So kosa is maybe the fastest. Mazaru. Now it's showing up first for me. The first one that showed up for me before was this one, which means to mix things up.
うん。こもこもで出る？こもこもで出るの？
Komo? No.
こもこも出ないね。
Komo doesn't work. Anyway, you can try either of those, kosa backspace or mazaru space backspace. I just use ko for both ko and ko. We'll make the test. Yeah. It'll work, but I think ko didn't make it show up for me the first time until like, let's see. Jeez. That's way off in the distance.
こう5も出るんですけど、5、まあどっちでもいいか、こう5でもいいよ。そのこう5っていう字は、
It's the 98th kanji for ko. The 98th out of 297 for just the reading ko. So I don't recommend just ko for it. It's probably going to make it a little bit harder. Maji works with a backspace. Oh, maji.
マジ。じゃあ、マジルが。
マジルか。
マジルが。
Maji's not bad, actually. Majiru. And then backspace. Yeah, so just maji. Okay. That's another way you could do it. That's pretty good. Thanks, Grammy.
マジル。
Montana Margot with the win there. Majiru. And then hit the backspace. Or just maji. Maji. That's what she wrote.
どっ
And then
ち
it
がいい
came
か
up.
な、このさ、J か G かどっちでもいいかな。で、はい。マジル。
And then backspace.
あ、こもごもね。
こもごもね。
こもこもはね。
こもごも works, yeah. こもごも works. Absolutely.
こもごも難しい言葉だね。
I've never actually seen that word before. But that's okay. You could still use it. It'll get you there.
はい。
All right. We spent a lot of time on that one because it's a little bit hard to type. Maji's 7th for me. Okay, nice.
はい。
But now it's probably first for you. So it was 7th, but now that you've done it once, it's probably first. All right, on we go. Please feel free to share any stories you've made for the kanji in this video down in the comments or in the chat. It may help someone who this story did not help, because they won't help everyone. We've seen a lot of trees today, so we might as well continue the trend with school, whose official radical is tree. So now you can actually write the word school, the full word. The parts are tree and mingle. There are 10 strokes in school. We start with the tree on the left, being sure to make the 4th stroke quite a bit shorter than the kanji for tree, so that mingle can fit on the right, just like Hayashi. This is going to be a trend for when tree shows up in the hen position, or on the left position. If you notice how this actually, it touches it.
ね、すいません。
Oh, すいません. Is that a mistake? I haven't noticed yet. We then draw mingle on the right, pot lid first, followed by father beneath. Historically, this has always... I don't know if Dan is joking or not, but he said, because I think of trees when I think of school. I think he's joking, and yeah, it doesn't quite make sense. But with that said, when I do think of schools, I think of like... in Japan, there's always a giant, like most schools have a really, really big, a ground, they call it, which is a big dirt area where kids go out for recess or whatever. Huge, usually, bigger than the school. And it's usually surrounded on all sides by a bunch of giant trees, usually sugi trees that cause people allergies all the time. And there's everyone. And there's usually like a couple sakura trees, a couple cherry blossoms, and like some dogwood trees or something. There's always a couple like things that they try to blend in there. So I do actually think of trees, actually, when I think of a school.
なんか幼稚園の時は木あった。その幼稚園の木。
Oh yeah, we had a bunch of
an
oki one.
みたいな木。
Was there a main tree, like a なんか祀っているところ? No.
祀っているんじゃなくてなんか
just a big
特別
one tree.
大きいさ木が。
There was not.
だから私の小学校はそういうのがあったんだよね。
So in her shogakko, there was one big tree.
そうそう。
Interestingly, I was just reading a story. I bought one of the what was it? What was the name of that book? 駄菓子屋のなんていうんだっけあれ?
銭天堂.
Zenitendo. It's a popular book series and now anime and manga over here. There's a game on Switch, Zenitendo. So I was playing that. It's basically just a visual novel. And the first story was about one of those trees in a shogakko, the main big tree, and it was about a kid climbing it. Okay, yeah. My kindergarten didn't have it, but we had a lot of different like special trees with signs in them that told the kids about them.
はい、そんな感じだね。ちなみに銀行ツリーでした。
It was a ginkgo biloba tree.
で
Okay.
しかもメスだったからめっ ちゃ身
Oh
が
no,
落ち
yeah.
て
It smells really bad.
So-
We had a big one of those at the kindergarten too. It got smelly.
It's been a combination of these same parts, with mingle indicating
We
the
are indeed Lady
Chinese
Phoenix.
reading of
Welcome to the
whole.
stream.
With that said, it interestingly used to mean bonds or shackles, like some kid getting shackled to school, or perhaps prophesying how future schools would look a lot like prisons. Anyway, it was eventually borrowed to mean compare and learn when in words like school. For our story, we're continuing the story from mingle. A school in the trees is where the fathers mingle.
I think. ちょっと待って。
うん
Nah, we're good. Never mind.
After school hours, of course, which
Oops.
is where
That
the
was fast.
fathers mingle.
I have
After
to pause
school
it.
hours.
Okay, pause it there. All right,
Right.
so we're gonna pop over. Okay, so it's not supposed to connect, but it can in calligraphy maybe. So I found a cool site recently. Let's see, what will I do? I'll pop over here, go to kanji, go to here. Okay, so let's go ahead and put in. Okay, so this has. Okay, so I guess it's not supposed to connect.
そうちょっとねあんまり他の線には実は当たらない方がいいです
Okay, so you don't want to connect them. Okay, it still looked nice though.
そうねしょうがない時はもうしょうがないんだけど、もう場所がなくて
When there's no space and there's no choice, you can
Mm.
connect it. But generally speaking,
そ
you don't want to do that. Okay, good to know.
うごめんね
Yeah.
もうね
バレちゃった
そうちょっとそういうミスがちょいちょいありますすいません
Yeah.
はいいや真面目にやってんだけどね
This bit of the video cracked me up. All right.
はい
Very nice. All right. Remember that this part it gets harai. It gets swept out. Sweeping stroke. We call it. It's called harai stroke in Japanese. The closest I can get in English is sweeping. A sweeping stroke. So you sort of sweep it out. In calligraphy, it's like you go like that and sort of raise your brush. I think.
あそう一回ねここで止め
Stop.
て、
うん
そうここの三角の形を作るみたいな
Stop and then go like that.
そうそう
Okay. So that's harai stroke. No, I want to start over. お願いします。
はいはいはいお上手
はい
いじゃないですか
イエーイ。
上手じゃない
日
ですか
本語上手された。イエーイ。
漢字上手
イエーイ。
新しいジャンルですねあ、
ね
漢字上手だね
that one you don't get too often.
ね
I used to get that one once in a while. My teachers would see me writing my reports and they'd be like, "Holy crap,
うん
you can write that?" Like, I guess. All right, so no, not typing it. It
はい
is Turbo Yuki
は
mode.
いもう皆さんもうご存知の通りみんなねターボのやり方やりましたんで1回でいきます
はい。
はい
はい
でもさっきのさ、
うん
出てたディクショナリーのやつもう結構こんな感じだったよ
The
ね
super, yeah.
そうなんかこんな感じだったよね
Yeah, if we go look at that quickly. This one かな
あこんな感じ
そうそうそう
こんな感じ
You
So,
can kind
まあ
of see that.
カリグラフィーだとねちょっとこの木片っていうのは変わってて
So calligraphy, it changes a
こ
little
こ
bit.
で来たらシュッってやる
right. So there's two types of calligraphy, right? There's the kind that Yuki does for the lessons, which is this type, I believe.
そう楷書というと
Kaisho,
うん
yeah. And then there's basically script.
うん
Think of not calligraphy. What's the word I'm looking for? Cursive. It's like cursive in English.
はいまあ
So-
レイジーモードと言ってもいい
Lazy mode. Okay, so the type Yuki does for the videos is this kind, and then there's the sort of cursive or lazy. I don't know if I'd call this one is also
そうそれは草書と言われるやつで、そのひらがなになる 漢字のやつ
Mm.
はそれで、
Okay.
書いてあるのが
So
ひ
the
らがなにな
kanji
る
that became hiragana are taken from this
Mm,
style
mm.
of calligraphy,
Mm.
apparently. Sousho. You can see it has the kanji we just learned right there, guys.
そうそれが
It's
ね
kusa, and then to write, which is
Mm.
in the next lesson, 16, I believe, or it might be 17, and then body, which we'll learn later on as well.
はいそれはねもうスーパーラピッドモードというやつです、ね、
Super rapid mode, yes, yes. Super rapid mode. All right. It's so hard to find good Japanese fonts. So many kanji are missing, and some don't have any kanji, and there are very few choices. In English, we have tens of thousands of fonts. I do graphic design. Nice. Yeah, I've been using a lot of the fonts from the Adobe font area, I guess. I don't know. I download a bunch of those, and there's a couple good ones on there, but it can be hard for sure to find ones that have everything, especially if you want like radicals and stuff. What's that website? I'll pop that in chat for you. Hold on one second. The website is kanji.jitenon.jp. It's a dictionary. It's an online dictionary for kanji. It's only got Japanese stuff. It doesn't have a whole lot of explanations. I tend to use actual, like an app that has actual dictionaries on it. But yeah, it's still pretty good for looking at strokes. All right, so to type this one, there's a couple ways you can go about it.
本当カポウェイズがあるかな
Ko is probably the best, but it's probably not going to show up right away. It's probably pretty far down. Oh, not so bad. 14. It's the 14th. So now it'll be the first for me after I choose it there. When I'm really trying to write it fast and it doesn't show up for just ko, I tend to write a kosha.
ああ校舎か
Kosha. Kosha is a school building. Kosha. It's kind of an advanced word, I think.
うん
It showed up in Higurashi no Nakakoro a
そうだ
lot.
ね
A lot.
これかこうだ
And then
ね
backspace. And then the word that I was talking about earlier that you're now able to write for sure is gakko, but that's a little bit harder because you have to go back and delete the one before that. But gakko is a word that means school. It's an extremely common word. And you can write both of these now. So that's fun. In fact, you can write a lot of words now. There are a lot of words that you have enough kanji in your repertoire to write now. So that's cool. We're getting very close to the word section. We're going to have like 250 words that you can write very soon.
ねえすごいねもうこんなに書けるようになっちゃった
ね
ちなみに学校でもいいと思いますけど学校がねちょっと消しにくいよね、
うん
ついにみんな学校
消しにくいか
書ける
ら校舎か校だけの方が
まあで
楽だと思う。
もせっかくさね熟語ができるようになったし
Well, we'll be doing the writing of jukugo. We do cover the word gakko when we get to that section, so we don't have to worry about that right now, but we'll be covering lots of jukugo soon.
そうだね
Anyone who wants to get into Higurashi, the first chapter is free on Steam. Oh, really? It's always been free and always will be. The rest is paid. It's a very, very difficult... it's very, very difficult at first. There's a lot of high-level vocabulary in that. But every text extractor I've tried with it works, so that it's not that difficult to look stuff up in it.
全部アチーブメントもらってるのは日暮らしなんですよね
The only game on Steam that I have all the achievements for is Higurashi, yes. Although Steins Gate is very close. Anyway. All right, let's pop back into... I think it's already time.
おー
Of
Yay.
course. Which brings us to the Lesson 15 quiz. All right. In this section of the video, I'll show you a flashcard with the English meaning for a kanji. Pause the video when we show each card and try to remember how to write that kanji. Next, write it on your hand. I'm going to give you guys a minute, just a few seconds. I'm going to pause it right here. Some of you might not be watching this live. You might have hit pause by accident or at some point. I don't know. So what you want to do is look down in the bottom left of the screen. Look for the word that says live. If you're watching on mobile, it might not be there. But anyway, you're gonna click that until the little dot next to it is red, and that'll mean you're actually watching live. Then on the recommendation of, I believe it was Alsabi, you're gonna go to playback speed and turn that bad boy up to 2 to make it fast. And that will get you caught up because it'll go back obviously to regular speed when you get to the live point, because obviously we're not going at double speed. I don't want that ability even. But yeah, you can totally get caught up so that you're right up on the
on the front lines of the quiz. So let's go ahead and jump into it. And with your finger or on a piece of paper. Then press play and see if you were right. The best way to remember kanji you just learned is to search your memory for the story we taught you or the one you made based on the English word on the flashcard. Our first card is mingle. Mingle.
早い
And meets the fish is first of the party. Oh, Montana Margot is in
お
second.
ー素晴らしい
Aosabi is in third. Lady Phoenix in fourth. Come to Japan Dan gets fifth with a full-on Jukugo. Synthetic vocalist P, welcome to the quiz, in sixth. Kaylee in seventh. Kia in eighth. Ali in ninth. Stargumi in 10th. All right, I don't have to do my my full-on, what is it called again?
オークションスタイル
Auction style voice. That's nice. All right.
水飲んだ
Very
水
good job. Oh yeah, I should drink some water to prepare in case the later ones get faster. Five-toed sloth bear gets there in 11th place. Good job.
はーい
All right. So that means let's go ahead and show you guys the answer. You've got it. Boom, mingle. To become a member of the Fathers of the Potlet Society, which is a society of fathers just mingling, you must wear a potlet on your head to the meetings and be a father, of course. Gonna do real bad on this one, LL. My husband has a low profile keyboard, and I have fumble fingers with these things. Yeah, as you can see, I used to like low profile keyboards, but now I definitely do better with these. That means it's time for a random
はい
kanji. Yuki's gonna pick our first random kanji for today from among the ones we've
Yeah.
learned so far. This thing's getting
カー
pretty
ドの
full.
量半
Let's
端ない
just show
よ
them. Let's show them the cards. Look how many cards are in there. Actually, it's
ちょっ
kind of
と
hard.
見
To
え
tell.
にくすぎだよそれなんか出した方がいい出した方がいいと思いますよ
There's a lot.
ね
We've learned like I don't know, 70,
だっ
80?
てこんなにあるよ
That's how many words you've learned so far, or how many kanji you've learned so far. That's pretty wild. It's all the brain cells in my mind. All of them are taken up.
はいいきますよ
はい
おーじゃん
Moon. Moon is the first random kanji for today. Let's see. Oh, it meets the fish in first. Kaylee in second. Aosabi in third. Stargumi in fourth. Five-toed sloth bear in fifth. Ali in sixth. Synthetic vocalist P in eighth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. Lady, no, that's eighth. That's seventh. I don't know. Lady Phoenix 22 in eighth. Ranzi in ninth. Welcome to the quiz. Isaac David Erdenta Nava in 10th. Hold on, I gotta count now. I'm getting thrown off with new names. Welcome to the quiz. Thank you for participating. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th. Kia in 11th. Dan Tsukimi Dai.
団子だと思いますけど
Dango.
ほになってるほに
It
なって
became
る
ho for some reason. Skimmy Dango. So that's the 12th. Jojo in 13th. Ro in 14th. Hidden Samurai in 15th. George Harris in 16th. Montana Margot in 17th. Stormy Patsa in 18th. Holy, you guys are fast. You might not be caught up to the live stream, Hidden Samurai. You gotta make sure you speed up the video or hit that live button. But some people are just in closer to us in the world, and that helps them get faster.
はい
Skimmy Bag. いいね。
あジョージョさんはお休みする
お休み。
お休みするよね
お休み。Okay.
はいお休み
Alright, over to the
ありがとうご
video.
ざいます
The next word in the video is... Next is weeds. Weeds. That's the next word. Weeds.
Oh.
Emmy Sufficient first. Owlsabi in second. Stargumi in third. Kaylee in fourth. Lady Phoenix in fifth. Montana Margot in sixth. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the quiz, a.k.a. the session of Training Andy's auction voice. Yes, I'm going to be running auctions very soon. The ToKini Andy charity auction. We should totally do that. Maybe we could do like a fundraiser for the earthquake stuff. Although, no, as a company, we're not allowed to do that, are we? Anyway, Synthetic Vocalist in 7th. Wizard in 8th. Welcome to the quiz. Kia in 9th. Aosabi in... is laughing. Come to Japan, right? Kusagari. And Do in... Okay, now I'm lost in the numbers. 7, 8, 9. Do in 10th. Stormy Pasta in 11th. And Isaac in 12th. Very good job. Let's go ahead and see what it looks like. You guys are correct. Just a few
Weeds are grass that is always the earliest plant to pop up. It's fast. It's almost as if an early to rise wizard and his 10 staff are waking the weeds up early.
なんかさ、みんなさ、この草草って書いてあるとさ、
うん
なんかネットスラング読みすぎなのか、そのせいなのかわかんないけど、めっちゃみんな笑ってるみたいだよ
So
ね。
Yuki doesn't know if it's because she reads too much like net slang or whatever, but it looks like to her when she reads this chat, no matter what, just looking at it, looks like everyone's laughing really hard at something to her. Because as you remember from earlier in the video, Kusa is LOL.
ね
All right, the next random kanji
Hi.
for today, I'm going to pick this one. Let's see what we got. Ooh.
はい。
Name. Name. I think we learned this one last week.
うん。
Oh, close. Awasabi gets there first. Synthetic vocalist gets the full word. Namae in second. Enmi Sufficient in third. Stargumi in fourth. Montana Margo in fifth. Come to Japan Dan gets
大名
Daimyo in, I guess, sixth. Kelly in seventh. Isaac in eighth. Stormy Pasta gets the full one in ninth. Lady Phoenix in 10th. Hidden Samurai in 11th. Ali in 12th. Kia in 13th. Ro in 14th. And Five Toes Soft Bear in 15th. My fingers messed up the kanji button on my mobile keyboard. All good. You were close. And that would have gotten it up for you, too. Very, very close, though.
ね
That is na.
そう、ひらがなだったら合ってたね。
Yeah, if it's hiragana, you got it right, for sure. All right, back over to the video. Two more. Here's early. Early. Very similar to our last one. Early.
お
Emmy Sufficient first, Kaylee in second, Five Toes Sloth Bear in third, Montana Margo in fourth, Stargumi in fifth, Owl Sabi in sixth, Hidden Samurai in seventh, Synthetic Vocalist P in eighth, Wizard in ninth. Oh, Synthetic had the full word. Come to Japan says Hayaku Shiro in 10th, Ranzi says 11th, Lady Phoenix in 12th, Ro in 13th, Kia in 14th, and
Hi.
Isaac in 15th. Very good job, guys. That is absolutely correct. My Wi-Fi died for a second. No, bad timing on that. Ali gets there as well in 16th. Good job, guys.
Oh, no.
Someone is using a magic spell that brings a tiny sun on the end of a 10 staff to wake someone up early. If you would like that kind of an alarm clock, hit the 100 emote in the chat pop-up thingy. That was fast.
すご
Some
い。
people are like instant. We have low latency set up, but it's not like super low latency. Like there's a setting that's even faster, but it lowers the quality and sometimes it ends up buffering. So I like to just use low latency. But you guys are responding almost instantly.
ね早いよね。
YouTube has gotten way better than it was 4 years ago for streaming. It's
Mm.
way faster. Pretty amazing.
本当だよね。
Mm.
結構20秒ぐらい遅れてたもんね。普通
It
に
was very slow.
うん。
Not anymore. All right, let's go ahead and see what our next random kanji is from Yuki.
は
I
い。
actually tried to speed up the video.
お
I'm
ー
currently at 0.69 milliseconds delay, and the chat pops up seconds after I type it.
早すぎる。そこにいるよ、そこに。
So
隣
basically-
の部屋みたいな感じだよね、これ。
but there is probably like a 1 second delay on the actual, like before the stream shows up there. Anyway,
はい。次の漢字いきます。じゃん。
in front is our next random word. I should have got a drink of water before this. Kaylee gets there in first, and meets the fish in second, Aosabi in third, Stargumi in fourth, Come to Japan in fifth, Lady Phoenix in sixth, Ronzi in seventh, Synthetic Vocalist P in eighth, Wizard in ninth, Ali in 10th, Isaac in 11th, Ro in 12th, Kia in 13th, and Five Toes Sloth Bear in 14th. Stormy Pasta gets there in 15th. Come to Japan Dan is very maemuki today. Namae no mae.
おー素晴
Very
らしい。
good, very good, very good. All right. That was excellent. You got it. Let me get a drink of
あれ
water before we move
フ
into
ァイ
this
ブ
one.
トールスロスベアさんは前出てるよ。何番でしょうか。
15th ですよ。
おー。
So, de Stormy Pasta in 16th, Montana Margo in 17th. Namae no nai bakemono.
ねえ。何ですかね、その化け物は。
なんだろうな。はい。
あ、
の
怪物。
怪物だね。
怪物
そう
なんかそんな名前のさ、やつがあったよね。
名前のない怪物。
なんか
なんだっけ
歌みたいな、歌のタイトルかな。 あ、なんかピピ言ってる。
押してください. Yeah, it sounds familiar, doesn't it? All right, our next word is, and then there's school. School. 怪物. Oh, that's a good emoji there.
ねえ。
Hayai and meets the fish in first. Argumi in second. Kaylee in third. Awasabi in fourth. Montana Margo in fifth. Very good. Synthetic vocalist gets the full word. Gakko in sixth. Ali in seventh. The Wizard in eighth. Kia in ninth. Woo. They're popping up fast now. Ro in 10th. Nice job. Hidden Samurai gets the full word in 11th. Come to Japan gets a high school. Koko in 12th. Very good job. So glad I did ko before, so it was the first one this time. Yes, indeed. Isaac gets there in, I believe, 13th. Five-Toed Sloth Bear in 14th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Isaac is in 13th. Five-Toed Sloth Bear in 14th. Excuse me, I had to count off there. All right, very good. Let's check it out.
はい。
A school in the trees is where the fathers mingle after school hours, of course. I hope. They've got the bonfires going there. If you zoom in, they've got cigars and glasses. Having a wonderful time. All right. I'll pick the next one for our random.
あれ、水飲まなくていいんですか、先に。
Not yet, not yet. I'm good.
おー
Easy peasy is a little kanji that means small. Small. That should pop up fast.
え、
Let's
次
see if
こ
it
れに
gets
し
up
ようか
before I do
な。
100. Stargumi gets there in first and meets the fish in second. Five-Toed Sloth Bear in third. Come to Japan Dan gets Kobayashi in fourth. Synthetic vocalist uses the word chisai in fifth. Ali in sixth. Kia in seventh. Wizard in eighth. Ro in ninth. Akeli in 10th. Montana Margo in 11th. Very good job.
はい、素晴らしいです。
Speaking of which, I'm planning on answering your questions, Grammy, a little later today. Sorry for the delay on that. LOL, I don't remember the fast way to get that one. I had to type out chi-sai and press delete a couple times. Yeah. Ko will get you there.
だけど、こは子供の子も出ちゃうし、
Yeah, a
なん
lot
か
of
い
other
ろいろ
things.
こが出ちゃうと思う。
Ko gets a few things out too fast. 小声で歌を歌った. いいね.
小の方が出るのかな。
Show might get you there,
小学校の小
but a lot of other things show up for both of those. Isaac gets there as well. Good job. All right. Let's see what's
All right.
next. Next, there's forest. Forest. Not grove, guys. Forest. Forest. And Meets the Fish gets there. In first place, Stargumi in second. Montana Margo in third. Awasabi in fourth. Synthetic vocalist in fifth. Five-Toed Sloth Bear in sixth. Kia in seventh. Kaylee in eighth. Hidden Samurai in ninth. Come to Japan gets Mori Mori in... Wait. Now what am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th. Stormy Zapata in 11th. Ro in 12th. And Ali gets tree plus tree plus tree. And Isaac in 12th. Very good job. Let's take a look at this one.
いいですね。
いいね. 3 trees make a forest. And a cute little
木
bear.
林になってるよ。
Kibayashi instead of Kobayashi. Kibayashi. I don't know if I've ever seen the name Kibayashi.
森岡。
Morioka. All right. Our next random kanji for today. Since there's 6 kanji for today, it's a bonus. We get to do 12 quizzes. Oh.
はい、これでいきたいと思います。
Hi, the next one is...
今見えちゃったかな。
見てないと思いますよ. White. The kanji for white. Can I get a drink before someone answers? Probably not. Oh.
あー、早い。ケイリーがファーストです。
Kaylee is in first, Stargumi in second, and Meets the Fish in third, Awasabi in fourth, Kia in fifth, Ro in sixth, Ali in seventh, Wizard in eighth, Isaac in ninth, Montana Margo in 10th, Hidden Samurai in 11th, Five-Toed Sloth Bear in 12th, and Stormy Zapata in 13th place. Synthetic vocalist gets 14th, and Come to Japan Dan throws a polar bear at us in 15th. Synthetic vocalist is Aruhi, Midi.
あ、それ、歌ですよ。ある日、
Okay.
森の中ってやつ。
Okay.
なんだっけ、そのさ、その歌なんて言うんだ。
I've never heard that one before. It sounds like a school. Is it a song for kids?
うん、そう。
Is it to that tune?
そう、ある日、ある日、森の中、クマさんに
I've never heard that one.
出会った。
I sabotaged my place so I could sing a Japanese kid song. I do not regret anything. Now you get to hear Yuki singing it.
クマさんに出会ったっていう歌。
なるほど。
それなんていうタイトルなんだっけ
Abraham something some Abraham something something? 今日外にと外がとても白い。
白いんだ。
ここもそうですね。
おー
はい。
いやでもマイナス32度には負けますよこちら。
まあそうだね。It's not so cold here. And a lot of the snow has started to melt already. Today it is 2 degrees Celsius outside.
おーじゃあみんなに寒くないって言われちゃうよこのままだと。
It'll become 4 degrees shortly. All right. So, on to the next one. I think Montana Margot is ahead of the curve here. Finally, future, we
早
have
すぎる。
Grove. Future Montana Margot gets first place there. Awasabi in first or second, and Meets the Fish in second. Kaylee in third. Five-Toed Sloth Bear in fourth. Wizard in fifth. Allie gets 2 trees. Stargamy in sixth. Isaac in seventh. Hidden Samurai in eighth. Yeah, this one you can totally use the what do you call it? Deduction to know which one is coming next, because I think this is the last one on it. So let's go through there. Montana Margot in first, Awasabi in third, Emmy Suffish in third, Kaylee in fourth, Five-Toed Salt Bear in fifth, Wizard in sixth, Stargumi in seventh, Isaac in eighth, Hidden Samurai in ninth, Synthetic Vocalist in 10th, and Come to Japan Dan with Hayashi Dice. I don't know, is that the kanji for Hayashi Dice?
ねえどうなんですかね。
I'm not sure about that.
林ライスは
He is also there, and Awasabi uses the English emoji or the English kanji.
うん。小
小林さんはすごいです。すごいですね。No, yeah, I didn't think that was. I think Hayashi right is a different. No kanji probably. That's pretty good. All right, let's take a look at this down in the comments. Oops. I jumped
Grove.
10 seconds into the future. 2 trees make a grove. Let us know how many you got right down in the comments. But there's going to be one more random one for us today. Let's see. That's really warm inside of this thing.
まあ温めてるんで私が
He's warming up the inside of the pumpkin.
みんなねやる気にさせてるんで
I think you guys can get this one. It's a good one. Learn. Combined with the school that we learned today, you get the word for school. And Meets the Fish is in first. Come to Japan second. Awasabi. Oh, nope. You almost got me there. That's the one for character. Kaylee in third. Allie in fourth. Wizard in fifth. Stargumi in sixth. Kia in seventh. Isaac in eighth. Synthetic Vocalist in ninth. Ro in 10th. Montana Margot in 11th. Synthetic in... Weren't you already up there? Oh, no. Okay. In 12th. And Five-Toed Sloth Bear in 13th. Stormy Zapata in 15th. 14th? 15th? I can't remember.
1,2,3,4,5,6,7,8,9,10,11,12,13,14th.
14th? Nice. All right. Good job.
Japan が 15th ですね。
はいはい。いや、でも、ここには
あ、本当だ。
学ぶがあったから。
もういたわ。
もういったよ。はい、jumping over here. You can learn the next 5 kanji by clicking here.
It is
if
not.
the video is already out. If you don't want to wait, you can continue learning with it, but it's done. I have to check it after lunch today. I believe the edit is finished. Just have to. So thank you, Come to Japan Dan, for that. Our level 1 kanji flashcard deck for Anki on ToKiniAndy.com. We're also releasing kanji series videos early for all the members there, so check it out if you want a head start. All right, so you guys gotta hit the cheers button, the popper, the cracker. What the heck do you call that thing?
Cracker?
Cracker?
違うの？ここポッパーっていうのこれ。
Popper? Whatever that is, hit that for the first video, the first kanji series video that Come to Japan Dan has edited. If you check the description, he's got the credits on there. So thank you for editing that, Dan. It came out very well.
はい。
I think everyone will agree. So hit those for him. Thank you for that.
ね、N4 頑張んねえとそのリードね
And,
やってもらってるんだから。
It's given me a lot of time to work
ね。
on that series. So getting ahead on. Well, not ahead. We're actually kind of behind. But these guys must have Alienware 10G Wi-Fi satellite towers next to their house and be listed on the Genius World Record for typing in Japanese, by the way. Yeah. They're pretty fast. It helps. Now I can mark this one as done on the website. I haven't wanted to see it early because these streams are so fun. Nice, yeah. Lesson 16 will be going up later today or early tomorrow, most likely. So 17 will be cut today. Nice. It's funny because Dan is editing so fast. Like I'm working on the N4 list. He gets ahead of me. So I'm like, oh God, I gotta finish the script for the next lesson and get it filmed. So it's keeping me, holding me accountable, keeping us on track. I agree with Kaylee. Now, yeah, nice. I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying them. I love the quizzes so much. Highlight of my week. Thank you. I enjoy the quizzes too. I'm glad that we.
ありがとうございます。
I'm glad that we started doing that. Oops. If you want a head start. I like that background. So anyway. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate that. It's been fun. Bonus hearing Yuki singing. we got to hear Yuki singing a
はい、たまに歌いますんで。
Tamani utaimasu. She sings sometimes, yes. One day we'll have to do a karaoke live stream.
はい。
Hi.
ついにイエーイオフレッスンズライブストリームに移りましたね。
何
ついに今日初めての2024年の初めてのライブストリームじゃないですか。
Today was the first live stream of 2024.
ね、みんな私たちNew Year's Resurrection じゃなくて
New Year's Resurrection. New Year's Resolution.
ちょっともう新たなね目標が出ちゃいましたけど今間違えちゃった。ニューイヤーズ抱負を、一年の抱負を、
抱負 in
はい
Japanese.
ね、一年の抱負、
はい。
何かありますでしょうか今年。
Me?
うん。
I have a few. I have two. One is related to ToKini Andy. One is related to personal goal. We on January 1st in the morning, 10:30 in the morning, we were at Yuki's hometown and we went for the town morning run that they do every year on the 1st of January in the morning, and they do like 2 kilometer little bit of a race. And we went and participated, and there was a TV channel, the local TV channel was there, and they wanted to interview me. So I got interviewed, and they said, "What kind of year do you want to do next year?" And I got a little harikitte shimatta. I got a little bit too into it, and I decided that I wanted to run the local half marathon, which is full of hills, this year in under 2 hours. That's my goal. Last year was 2 hours and 17 minutes.
はい。
Well, not last year, 2022. 2022, yeah. 2022. It was 2 hours and 17 minutes.
はい。もうちょっとだったね。
I said that's I have to cut 18 minutes off my time.
できるでも頑張ればねできると思います。
So that's my like personal goal. And then for ToKini Andy, I want to obviously finish the N5 series, and I want to get the N3 deck finished this year, and I want to release the N4 or the N5 full vocabulary deck, and possibly the N4 one as well, vocabulary deck on the website. And I want to start releasing more individual grammar videos as well, kind of like the Waga video, which is finally taking off. I knew that video was going to do good. I knew it would eventually. It's finally blowing up, so that's cool.
Hi.
I want to resurrect my dead previous New Year's resolutions. There you go. It is a resurrection. Every year, same things. They last a couple days and gone till next year. Indeed.
ねえ。いいじゃないですか。
How about Yuki?
頑張らないとね、ランニング。
ね。But with all this snow, it's kind of hard.
18分もさ、ね、シュートにできるんでしょうか。
I don't know.
結構頑張らないとね、トレーニング。
Emmy's Fish says, these lessons really help solidify kanji into my head. Thanks, guys. I finished reading the first chapter of the first Japanese novel last night, and knowing a decent amount of kanji is crucial. Nice. Congratulations. That's awesome.
よかったです。
That's a lot of goals. 頑張ってください. I always make too many. But I try to hit them all.
じゃあ私のそのパーソナリ
Thank you,
パ
Alsabi.
ーソナリっていうか、ワールドワイズの方のパーソナリは
Worldwide, personally. はい。
はね、この時にアンディチャンネルを通して、少しでもなんかハッピーを配る。みんな
She wants to deliver happiness to everyone
そう
in the ToKini Andy community.
そう
Okay, very broad goal.
そうまあそれ2024年だけじゃないよねそれ。
そう
これからの
いつも
ね、これからの年今後ずっとなっちゃうねこれじゃあ。で、パーソナリーは
So her personal one is
ねどうしようかな。
あら
個人的にはその病院に行く頑張って病院に行く健康診断をするなんか
She
ちょっ
wants
と
to go to doctors that she's afraid she doesn't like to go to.
そうなんかそういうなんていうのフィメールシングのやつ行く。
She wants to go to more doctors, even though she tries to avoid them as much as possible.
あと歯医者
I
行
like
く
that.
歯医者
And the dentist. She hates the dentist.
ついにね
We were going to ask about that. How do you guys feel about the dentist?
ね怖いんですよ。
I think Yuki has maybe trauma. Her whole family is terrified of the dentist. I feel like they must have had a terrible dentist when they were a kid because I've never seen a group of people so scared of the dentist in my life. And I know that being scared of the dentist is like a common thing, but the whole family, it's to the point where it's almost comical because of like how everyone is. But how do you guys feel? I had a terrible dentist as a kid, but as an adult, they have been great.
でプラスなんかアゲンスト・ザ・デンティストコミュニティを作る。
She wants to make an against the dentist community. I'm kind of strange. I have a good dentist and I get through it by making jokes. He has to tell me to stop making him laugh while he holds the drill. I don't mind the dentist. I just go and I practically fall asleep. I get chilled and just like, looking up into the light. I don't know. I had a terrible dentist as a kid too. I remember when I was like a young kid, like 4 or 5, he just pulled a molar out without any Novocaine. I remember that. And I was in bed for like 2 days after that. And yet, for some reason, I don't mind them. I love my dentist. My childhood dentist retired recently and passed it on to his son. He's such a fun, friendly guy. Nice. Hidden Samurai says, I hate dentists. I always get tense. Then I tell myself to relax just to be tense again in the next 2 seconds.
ねわかる。私ね、もうハートビートやばいからね。
She said her heartbeat is crazy when she's at the... I haven't been to the dentist in over a decade, but I need to go. I was going to the cardiologist every other week for the last 4 years, but recently I've been downgraded to 4 times a year. That's good.
あー、偉い。
I had a traumatic experience at the Haishas when I was 7, and it was so bad I only been back a handful of times since then, and I'm almost 40. じゃあ、meets the fish は同じような感じですね。
そっか、
はい
ね。アポイントメントどうやって取ってる
How do you usually make appointments? She asked. Also, as a mom, the dentist is one of the only times I get to just lay there and not be bothered by children. Oh, yes. It's relaxing for me as well. It's so weird. I've always been afraid of many other doctors and never the dentist. I've never had any of my baby teeth fall out on their own. I had all my teeth pulled with no laughing gas because it never worked on me. Oh, man. Ooh, that's rough.
ほんと怖い。
I literally almost nap all the time.
あ、なんか同じ人が。
目をかぶせ、何かかぶせたら、
ね、
かぶせてもらえるらしい。
いいね。
My
でもさ、それも怖くない？
My childhood dentist was sometimes drunk while working on my teeth. I disliked him. Now going to the dentist is a piece of cake. Well, that's good. Not good about the childhood dentist, but could you use kincho to describe this feeling? Yeah, absolutely. Nervous. One time he pulled the wrong tooth, then had to pull the right tooth. Oh my god.
そんなことある？
What? That's terrible. Yuki-san, don't listen to the horror
ね、
stories.
本当だよね。ちょっとこれはもうオフさせてもらおうかな。
It's a warm towel. Super comforting. Nice. Like the mouth spa. That's it. That's awesome. Synthetic vocalist heard Montana Marco's story and said, bro, that sounds terrible. Well, I'm never going again, said Emmy's the fish.
怖いよ。
Gotta go. It's getting late here. See you later, Allie. Thanks for hanging out.
ありがとうございます。
My mic might be up a little bit too loud.
はい、私のじゃあ時にアンディとしてのニューイヤーズリゾリューション。
Okay, so Yuki
はい
has a ToKini Andy's my near or Godo Gaisha ToKini
はい
New Year's resolution.
はい。いやもちろんね、そのアンディと同じで漢字シリーズ
Mm.
をまずねレッスン15、
Mm.
すべてストリーム完了させたい無事に。
Hey, she
で、
wants to finish
はい。
all the kanji
で
stuff we need to do this year.
N4 のデッキも、
Mm.
あの
Vocabulary.
そうそうボキャブラリーデッキね、
うん
完成させて、もうリリース
Mm.
早くその N4 のライブストリームも無事に
Mm.
リリースし始めたい。
Hey,
頑張りたいです。
hey, 頑張りましょう。
カリグラフィーの能力をアッ
So
プさせ
she
る。
has the same goal as me then. So to get
So-
the N4 kanji series prepared and ready to go and started on time.
そう
Go smoothly right in from this series into that one.
プラスカリグラフィーのレベルをちょっと上げたいかな。
She wants to level up her kanji ability or her calligraphy ability. When I had my
So-
wisdom teeth removed, I decided to remove my extra teeth, so I had 9 teeth removed at the same time and my mouth sewed shut. Wow.
でも同じキア同じです。
Stargumi's first adult dentist, or a dentist when they were adult, was amazing. It made the experience easy, and I was so sad when he retired. I need braces, but I'm scared. Braces, I don't know, are they pretty painful?
ね
Yuki wants to get them too.
ウォンツじゃないけど、ね、
Should.
つい
They
に
tell
今年それはパーソナルゴールでねつけたいと思います。はい、
All right.
頑張りたいと思います。
Yuki's gonna have braces for the N4 series, guys.
虫をやっつけて虫をやっつけてからブレイスつけたいと思います。もう怖いよ。
Come to
デンテ
Japan.
スト怖すぎ。
Come to Japan says, but literally so good at calligraphy. But she wants to get better,
うん。
which not bad.
先生をね先生にお願いしたいと思います。教えてもらうように。
One time my dad got upset because he thought they gave me drugs to go to sleep, but I straight up just fell asleep when they were yanking my teeth. Wow. Maybe a silly question, but why did the Japanese system adopt number 5 as the beginning level? When I started learning Japanese, it confused me a little bit. I'm not sure, but well, no, I shouldn't say I'm not sure. I'd imagine it's because they do that for all of their testing. So like for kanji that natives do, natives have a kanji leveling system called the kanken. Kanji, literally kanji test. And they start from 10 to 1. 1 is always the highest level. So it's like it's climbing up from the bottom to the top, the number 1 rank you could think of. So that's all the tests start from a lower number and go to a higher. Even their English tests, everything. So I don't know why they do it that way, but that's how they all are. I only have 1 wisdom tooth. It's still there. Teeth are still pretty perfectly straight. I have all 4 of my wisdom teeth, but they've never come in. They're still in there. They never will come in apparently.
ストレートだったらいいよね。私はもうウィズダムティースで歯がガタガタになっちゃったから。
Yuki's wisdom teeth pushed hers together a little bit. That's why she
しかも
has to
ね、
get.
もうなんかオペがあったし、なんかオペレーション。
She had to have them shattered. They had to shatter the wisdom teeth and pull out the pieces.
もうやだね。
They did it already. It's done. She did that
そう
5 years
だけど
ago.
もう5 years ago ね。そうだけど苦しかったね。
Yuki, I'll join you. At some point this year, I will go to the dentist too.
ね、頑張ろう。
I felt bad because we went to a new dentist, one that's like right next to us, basically. And I had Yuki make the call to make the appointment. And I didn't realize the like level of scariness like, or trauma she had with dentists. So I didn't notice, but she made the call and she just immediately was unable to speak when they picked up the phone on the other side. And I was like, whoa, what is going on? I felt so bad. I was like, oh, I definitely should have made that call. But anyway, maybe it's numbered that way because they want to be ichiban, the first best. It could be. I don't know, but I'm just so scared. For all I know, it could be painless. Maybe seeing Yuki with them will give me courage to get them. The braces. See, you can inspire people to get them themselves if you get them. She wants to do it, I think, as well. So that helps. But wants to, but doesn't
頑張ろう。
want to get the process done, but like wants to have the results of it done. So you know what I mean? So they had to shatter my femur bones to reset. Oh my gosh. Bodies are so annoying. I had an ex who had a wisdom tooth pulled and it pulled out part of her jaw.
何あまり聞きたくないよ。
Ah.
えー、
Yeah, she had all 4 taken out.
Oh no.
And I think there were 2 surgeries. 何回オペやんなきゃいけなかったっけ？2回
2回だった。
Two
1回
times.
そうだけど書くんだよ、そのアグリメントを。そのナーブが傷ついて何するかもしれ
If
ない
your
から。
face gets numb forever,
そうそう。
you have to sign like an agreement
そう
that you won't hold them accountable.
で
でも全部やったっけ？下の2つだけだっけ？
そう、下の2つ。上はもう生えてこない。
Okay, the top ones won't come in, so just the bottom ones were taken out.
もともと場所がなくて入れる場所がなくて
Azooks says, suggestion for Halloween 2024, let's revisit all our dentist horror stories.
そうだね、そうすっか。
Bones suck, why can't we be jellyfish? Yeah, they're immortal too, that would be nice. Although they can't do anything, and they can't learn Japanese, I don't think. So there's that. I think of my dentist as the person who takes the pain away. He makes the hurting teeth better. I don't think about it at all. Like, they don't bother me at all. I don't know why. Yuki, look up Invisalign.
ね、このマウスピースのやつだよね。そのやった方がいいよね。だけど多分私はインビザラインのレベルじゃないと思う。
It's probably beyond that. She'd have to get the actual metal ones. I guess that's why they shatter him instead. Yeah, I feel the exact same way. I want it, but I'm scared of the process. I still have my wisdom teeth and I'm 28. They haven't even... Yeah, mine too. They told me that they won't come in. I'm 36, almost 7, and they'll never come in.
ラッキーだよ、みんな。みんなラッキーだよ。ウィズダムティースがまっすぐの人と生えてこない人はラッキーだよ。
No. I like the stories. Montana Margot, Grammy. And Yuki likes to hear them too. She wanted to bring this up. So, but other people are like, wow, scary probably.
もうね、私だけだと思ってたから電話ねできないから、
Mm.
ね。
She thought it was just her. She said she can't do the phone call. I just mentioned I told that story a minute ago. Yeah. 受付？
そう、受付のねお姉さんもねもう私に話しかけなくなった。アンディにだけ話してる。
So the woman at behind the check-in, whatever you would call that, the dental assistant or whatever at the check-in, she doesn't even like talk. Usually, no matter where you go, if it's Yuki and me, even if I speak to the person in Japanese, of course, when they respond, they're looking at Yuki because she's Japanese, so they're talking to her just in case I wouldn't understand. But that does not happen at the dentist office. The first time, she looked at Yuki and started to ask when we'd like to do our next appointment. And within like a couple seconds, she realized that, nope, this ain't happening. And so now she talks directly to me, even though Yuki's standing right next to me at the dentist's office. It's kind of nice. I feel noticed.
ね。
I think my biggest fear is being trapped in my own body. I hear you there. I think I would need my wife to call the dentist for me. これからそうします. From now on, I'll be sure to make the call myself. Okay, I've got to go. The baby woke up and needs me. Thanks for another great stream. Looking forward to next time. See you later, Kaylee. Thanks for hanging out. Good luck with the baby. Have a good night. My boyfriend and I had our wisdom teeth removed in our 30s. We had to go under general anesthesia because there were some problems with the jawbone. It was all fairly easy. Oof. But nice if you can not be awake for it. Aren't we actually trapped in our bodies? It depends on what you believe, I guess. Bodies are weird though, man. They're just constantly trying to take you out, it feels like. Anyway. All right, guys. Well, on that note, I think it's time for us to get going. It was a good stream. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. And a happy new year. And let's kick Kanji's butt this year.
ね。
Yeah.
そう、漢字とね、カリグラフィーとね、あと、頑張ってデンティスト、頑張っていきたいと思います。
はい。
はい。もう、ほんとね、今はこんな感じだから言えるけど、歯医者頑張るとかね、行く直前とかね、もうね、行きたくないからね、ジャケット着なかったり、ね、わざとトイレ2回行ったりしています。
She said she can talk about it this way now and how that's her goal for this year, but when it comes to the few minutes before actually having to go, she does everything she can to try and delay departure, not putting on her coat, going to the bathroom multiple times. That's what she just said. Anyway, all right, guys. Have a great week, and we will see you for lesson 16 next week. Thank you, Dan, for the edit. And yeah, great job.
はい。
All right.
頑張ろうね。
はい。
漢字サイドはね。
はい。そうそうそうそう。All right, guys. You ready?
はい。
はい。せーの。また次のビデオで会いましょうね。はい。See you guys. Bye bye. Thank you. See you.